Hello and welcome to the Computer Game Show. My name's David Turner. I'm here with Matt Murray,
Hello.
James Farley,
Hello.
and returning to the fold is Sean Bell.
Hello.
Let's start by announcing our Patreon producers this month, shall we? They are Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks chap, Simon Nelson, Moomin Biscuit, Trans Rights to Human Rights, Dave Ernsberger, Colin Brown, Gasman, Rocketman76, Smooth Monkey, John Tempelli, Jackie Sniper, Sam Higton, Thomas, Stan, Philip with an F, Cutty, Steve Lee, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Man, Jack Oven, Grey Dragon Claw, Colin the Car Wanker Smith, and Leaky Bottom. And also My Dog Skip. I don't know why I put an and in there, because there's another few names. And My Dog Skip, and Dean, and Steve the Nuke Listener. They all went full Nelson. You could do that too by going to patreon.com/TCGS. We appreciate everyone that supports us over there. We just released our bonus show. Warning, it's half foul and half game, I think is the way to describe that.
Extremely
So,
foul, extremely foul.
fast forward
What
if you don't want to hear.
talking about here, guys? Come on.
So foul
Yeah,
that
yes.
James left on multiple occasions, then refused to have his headphones on at other points. It was great.
That's right. That's right. It's
I don't
right,
want to hear that
James.
stuff. I don't want to hear it. You know?
If you
Sean
do,
talks
go to
about it for
patreon.com now.
So that's a fun listen. We've also got our video show, which it goes out live tomorrow, but I think most people watch it on demand afterwards when they're signed up at patreon.com/TCGS. What are we doing this month, Sean? This was your idea.
Are we going? I wasn't sure if we'd officially decided. I thought.
I thought you had. I thought you would.
to
Well, hold on.
watch-
Your little test of it this morning was using that specific video, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that was just as an example. I thought it'd be funny if we watched an episode of old TV show You Bet, which I think.
Oh, Matthew Kelly.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
there's a later series with Darren Day after Matthew Kelly was off telly for a bit.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think it was brought back relatively recently. But we're not doing that. We're doing one of the old ones. So I need to pick an episode. I don't know if we just do it randomly and just hope for the best. There's ones you can there's those YouTube channels that just upload stuff.
Yeah.
And it'll be like full episode brackets with adverts, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
that's
the
perfect.
best ones, yeah.
Also, it's always funny because you'll see like 800 views, 700 views, 300 views, and then 8,700. And you're like, right, okay, that's the one we should probably watch then.
Wasn't there like with You Bet there was like an awful accident in one of the series?
Was there? I don't
Yeah,
remember that.
No,
Seems
you
to
think
remember-
about the Keith Chegwin thing.
No. This is something else. There was
You
something
think about Top
thing
Gear?
that happened. No, definitely. It was definitely
Oh,
You
right.
Bet. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we won't watch
Okay.
that one probably.
Oh, what?
I assume it never made it to air. But
Who knows?
James has got a hard copy somewhere.
So we're doing that tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. Patreon.com/TCGS. Please support the show. We've got a few other things to talk about, haven't we, Matt? Do you want to explain about the Fantasy Premier League? What happened?
Yeah.
The season's over. We're all done.
We're done, yeah. This weekend was the last weekend of the Premier League and the FPL, the Fantasy Premier League, and it's time to announce the winners. In the league, Sean Everide, I'm going to say Everide, with the team Sunshine Cleaning. They won the league with a massive 2,586 points. I mean, that's just incredible, frankly. And in the Cup, I was in the final.
Were you really?
Big day for me, huge. Got to suit out the lot, very... And I lost.
Did you
I
cheat
lost
in that final as well, did you?
No, just pure skill.
Okay.
But I did lose this one, so correlation. I'm not sure. Anyway, Farron Collins as Barnstoneworth United beat me in the final, 72 points to 60, and the league's over. What a great year! Thanks everyone for playing. We've got like 180 people in that league now, so it's pretty decent. There you go. Congrats to the winners.
Well, did anyone else from TCG? Did you compete, James?
No, didn't know.
No, okay, Sean, we know you didn't. So congratulations to the winner of our
I
Fantasy
finished
Premier
sixth. It was my highest ever finish in the TCGS League. So
It's not about you. It's all about it. It'll make it about you.
kind of is
It's
about
got to
me
be
in a
about
way.
you, isn't it? Well, 6 is not first, is it? And
Look,
that's who
we go again next year.
out of how many people played?
180, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So not 6 then.
No. I'll have you know, I'm very good at this. Well, not very.
Traditionally, we should be going on to feedback now, but I've had so much information come through to me this week that we're gonna really have a nice long chat with James Farley.
Why?
Lots of information has come through. I love that.
I don't know what you talk about. A lot of information. I mean, there's one thing I'm aware
Lots of
but
intel. Lots of intel, James.
Well, yeah,
flying
no,
around.
it is just that one thing, to be fair. But it is, James, you let slip in the week. This happened in our WhatsApp group, the famous WhatsApp group that we talk about too much on this show, where people are like, brilliant, you're in a WhatsApp group, great.
You'll never
Why do
guess
you
what we
keep bringing it
talk
up?
about in
It's
there.
really fucking. James let slip that he's pre-ordered the camera, and you did that. The camera for the Switch 2, by the way. That stand.
Yeah.
Did you get the stand one or the Piranha Plant one?
Not the Piranha Plant one. It's got a low resolution. I'm not.
Yeah,
not
it's
about
also
that.
it's also not made by Nintendo, which is
obviously.
I think that's the thing. So you did that thing where you clearly wanted to tell us, but you knew you were going to get shit for it. So you posted in a WhatsApp group going, yeah, ordered the camera now. So that's ordered the camera. So but whatever, like it was like that real defensive. Like
a real hard man.
I am fascinated to hear why the fuck you've ordered this camera for the Switch. I don't
Why
get it
would you
at
do
all.
this, James?
I mean, Matt's got it as well.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I
Yeah,
thought,
sure.
Matt said that he was cancelling it. Wasn't
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he hasn't. So
no,
I
it's
haven't
like
yet.
not
I mean, I
cancel.
will.
It's
I
the
will
same
do,
as-
James. I will do. Give me time. There's plenty of time to cancel.
I mean, the thing is, Matt, like we've got to think about what's good for the show, and like the fact that we both have it, we can test out the
Yeah,
features. And
I
then
am
give like
tempted
a
to
good...
keep it now,
Yeah, we
just
give
because.
it a
Yeah,
good
I think we've
price.
got.
Well,
We
out
should
on
have. We should have done. We
any
should have
USB
not.
camera, surely.
We should have not mentioned any of this, and then we should have done a stream where me and Dave are using our own webcams. You guys have the official one, and the audience have to guess who's using what.
I mean, almost certainly yours would be better.
Yeah, as
Is
we
what's-
pixelated as hell. Can't hear us. Can't see us.
What I don't get is that it's 50 quid, James. What are you
Oh,
thinking?
49 euros, which is a bit less than 50 quid, but you know,
What's that about?
bit
But
less.
over here it's 50 quid. They've got there's a horry of release. I've only just looking at this for the first time because I looked up how much it was cost. Horry have got another USB camera that you can order officially for the Switch 2.
Oh yeah.
28 quid.
Are
Look,
Horry
I
also
don't-
doing the Piranha Plant one?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
It's,
Horry.
it's probably lower resolution then, isn't it? That's probably
Right,
what that's
okay.
about.
Yeah, I
James,
think you need
Our
to
stuff
go
is usually
for
alright,
official
but yeah,
for this.
we know that the Piranha Plant one is like 720p or whatever,
Yeah.
right, which is not going to be enough.
No,
Sean, can
definitely
I
not.
ask you something?
Yes.
Is this worse or not as bad as the whole Alamo thing? What's worse?
I think it's if he's already got a webcam sitting around that he could use.
Have you, James?
I mean, it's not a USB-C one, so that's a bit of a
I don't think it
problem.
needs to be, does it?
I don't know.
Doesn't no.
No, it just plugs in. It just plugs in the case.
But it's still worth mentioning, I think, James, because fast transfer speeds, etc. I think it's
Yeah,
the right
exactly.
thing
I mean,
to mention, yeah.
that's another thing. And also guaranteed compatibility.
Yeah,
as well,
exactly.
which,
Like, yeah, it will just
I don't know if the one I've got is even going to work.
Yeah, but
No,
you
it's
can
not worth the
try
risk.
it and then
not worth the
order.
risk. Not worth the risk, actually.
Okay.
James.
Not
James,
on launch
be
day, it's
quiet.
not, no.
Be quiet. I asked Sean a question and I want the answer to it. Is this better or worse than when he bought the Alamo?
I didn't buy the fucking Alamo. It was
Oh.
a gift.
Wanted
Oh,
the
sounds like someone
seeds
did buy the Alamo.
for the, yeah. You
It was a
asked
gift.
for the Alamo as a gift.
James, I asked you to be quiet. I've asked Sean a question. Sean, do you remember when James bought the Alamo? Is this better or worse than when he did that?
I think Alamo might be worse.
It's
Definitely
'cause it's 100
worse.
quid, isn't
Because my wife bought me it as a gift. Why is that
Oh,
worse?
But you could have had something else
come
of similar value. You could have
Well,
had
okay. Well, so I'm supposed to when she gave it to me all wrapped up, I'm supposed to say, rip open the packaging, look at it, and be like, oh, I should have bought
You
something.
didn't basically tell her to get it for you.
I didn't.
You told her to. Yes, you
I
did. James,
didn't.
we've been through this. You said that it would go up in the future.
Yeah, it probably will.
It's an
That's not like a
investment.
go and
that's your
buy it.
code. That's your
Like
code for.
crypto.
I want that.
That's not a go out and buy it. This is ridiculous.
That's a, please log into the website with your Nintendo, online details. Please go and buy it.
She did.
maybe
She
some-
just did with her own.
I do think the camera will get used. I reckon he doesn't fucking look at alarm. I reckon he still uses the alarm on his phone.
No, it's not. I do have it. Do you know what,
Going to
Sean?
get used.
I do use the alarm mode because the Animal Crossing theme came out last week, and so
Until then,
it's all
it was
good now.
worthless.
All right, so how is that with Isabel in the morning?
Well, it's not. It's mostly Tom Nook. And,
right, I bet that's-
yeah,
Not what you want, is it?
it's a bit
Nah, it's a
disappointing.
ruiner for you.
But yeah, looks nice though.
James, are you intending to buy the Switch 2 version of Mario Party Jamboree?
Probably. Why?
Because I
It's
think
an
that was
upgrade,
part of the
David. It's an
decision.
upgrade, and I can play it with my family.
I mean, I've definitely
and
got-
me,
I've
James.
definitely
James's
got
family
clips of you
plays Mario
slagging it
Party.
off.
That's
We do play Mario Party.
yeah.
Yeah,
And now you got a camera.
can't take that away from me.
No, I want to take your credit card away from you, James.
I mean, David,
Right.
to answer your question, we'll find out in December when James nominates the camera for Game of the Year.
Wild
I-
card.
Transformative.
What is it? What is it? What is it? It's just like Nintendo could just release anything and you'll buy it. Is that
It's not
That's
not
it,
anything. I mean, I'm just
Oh.
trying to. What
they
have
released a fucking £100 alarm clock? James.
I didn't buy that.
You-
I
but
didn't
you-
buy it.
You did.
I didn't. You can say that. You can say this as much as you want, right?
And I
But
will.
I know
It's
the truth. I know the truth.
Okay. Is it what is it? Is it like because there's this and there's also the Sonic thing that fascinates me. How you have to keep buying Sonic games even though you haven't liked one. Is
Yeah,
it
you
because
insist you
is
hate
it like a
them.
nostalgia thing? Is it like, oh, I want to be a kid again?
Okay, the Sonic stuff definitely is that. Because
Right.
it's like, I've got happy memories of playing Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, and even Sonic 3 and Knuckles with the add-on.
Sonic 3 not as good, but
Yeah, it's not as good as
Sonic
the other two, I think. But,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, some people say it's the apex of 2D Sonic, but I disagree with that. But, you know, I've always got, I've got happy memories of playing those games, you know, and it's like,
Right.
you always want to recapture that a bit.
so
You
what's with the
can't, can you?
Nintendo
That's
thing
the
then?
problem. You can't recapture it. It's
Yeah,
gone
you can't recapture
forever.
this. Yeah, and look, I will say this has been playing on my mind recently because I am going through a massive like nostalgic. Oh God, I'm getting old and this is horrible thing. Like I was in CEX the other day, and I just looked at a wall of PS2 games and that white and black spine on these PS2 games, and I was like, I don't want to be in 2025 anymore, please. Can I go back? Can I go back for a bit and do things again? Because
I was on when I go on my search page on Instagram, you know, it shows you stuff it thinks you'll like, and sadly, it's usually correct. It often shows me like Reddit threads, and yeah, one was like, if you're old enough to remember 9/11, what's something you remember of it? And I was like, oh, Jesus. And then, yeah, in the comments, people are like, what do you mean if you're old enough? And people are like, I'm 21 and I don't remember it.
There's just that feeling now where I am going through it a bit. Like I am feeling that. I get it, James. But the Nintendo stuff I don't get. Because
mean-
it really is just any old shit. This is...
No, it's not any old shit, come
look,
on.
Listen, if you've pre-ordered one, then fine. That's what you want to do. Like, it's up to you. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I've got one of you here, though, so I want to interview them. Like, you've got a USB like, you don't need this in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I
So
don't know
I'm-
that, because I don't know if it's compatible, the other
but
camera.
why not try it? Why? Oh, fuck it, just 50 quid. Like, why not just try it out first? I don't.
Look, I'm excited about the Switch 2 launch, right? I'm really excited about this because the Switch was my absolute... It's been my favourite console, maybe of all time. Like, I loved it, right? And
Right.
I'm just excited about getting new hardware. And this is just like another little thing, that's just like, oh, it's
Another
another...
box to open, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it also doesn't help that there's not much in the way of software coming for the Switch
Well,
2
that's
when it
true.
launches as well, right? So you're
Yeah.
just like sort of... You're trying to do anything you can to sort of cling on to some sort of...
to get the magic, like the magic of the launch.
And like, in sort of in James's
the
defense,
magic of the
I'm
launch.
definitely going to end up buying more than one game that I probably wouldn't have bothered with otherwise.
Oh, we're all going to buy
Just
that
because it's
fucking
on the
stupid
Switch too,
manual
and-
thing, right?
Oh, definitely.
We're buying
It's
that.
7 quid. Hell yeah. I mean,
I can't wait.
I can't believe the launch is actually next week. It seems strangely quiet about it. I don't know. Because at one point it was like, feel like ages away. Suddenly it's next week. And I guess we'll get like hardware embargoes like at some point
Do you think it's
next
partly
week.
because there doesn't appear to have been any shortage of pre-orders? There's been no like, oh my god, I've got pre-order.
think it
like
could be that. I think also, I mean, this is maybe unfair, but it's it's another Mario Kart. Yeah, it looks like an awesome Mario Kart, but maybe that's also, it's not like there's like a brand new
you're
Zelda,
right.
a brand new Mario, a brand new some huge game. It's just Mario Kart, which looks amazing, and I'm sure it will be amazing. But that's probably it as well. But
Yeah, there's not actually much first-party stuff coming from day one, is there?
No,
and one of
Like,
them's
I already know
a
I'm
user
probably
manual.
going to get Metroid Prime, which I previously wasn't fussed about, but now I'm like, well, something to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking forward to Donkey Kong. Don't get me wrong, like
Yeah,
that
no,
looks
that does look
fantastic.
really
I'm
good,
definitely going to get that. But I don't get the camera thing, because that really does mean all bets are off now. And you can just they'll release any old shit and you just buy it, James.
We
What
knew
do you
it
mean any
anyway.
old shit. It's like it's something which may be useful. You know.
Which may be
Yeah. Well, no, it will. I mean, it will be useful for the Mario Party game that I will be playing with my family. You know, that's true. And you know,
Are
there
they
may
all
be
allowed
other
to
games
play
that
it then?
support
Are
it.
they?
Yeah, of course
They're
they
all,
are.
you're going to let them all play it. I thought Ashton was getting his own. Is he not getting his
He
own?
is, yeah, exactly. So I don't mind it, but everyone will play it. You know, we'll play together.
Can we talk about the other nugget that James dropped just before?
Well, this is what I was getting to.
Oh, yeah.
How old's Asher now, James?
He's 12.
And he's a massive Nintendo fan, isn't he? So
Yeah,
he's saved up
pretty
and
big, yeah.
he's got his
The old
own
block.
Switch 2. And he asked you a question today, didn't he, James? What did he ask you?
Well, the problem is that so it comes out on the 5th of June, which is a Thursday, and it just so happens that the whole of that week he's away, like from home, because he's going on a school trip, and he's got away for the whole 5 days. So he was really gutted when he found this out, because he's like, he won't be able to get it on the Thursday. And then he said to me, he was like, so you know, you go and pick it up. Can you like not open them until I get home on Friday evening?
This is really sweet. So what, he wants 24 hours just so that he can experience that magic that you
Yeah.
were referring to
With his
Yeah.
dad.
with his dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, that's
I'm
lovely.
I
lovely for
haven't
you to
made a
do, yeah.
decision yet, but I'm unsure about this, because
Oh, okay.
it's like,
You seemed pretty sure before we started the pod.
that you were definitely going to open it.
What's
I know,
it
but
without
then-
the public record? Suddenly,
Yeah.
it's
You're like,
yeah,
oh,
then it becomes.
suddenly you're thinking about the decision, was early. You're like, yeah, I'm
Well,
not
I mean,
waiting. I'm
I
not
have
waiting.
to think about what's best for the show. You know, it's like, you know, missing
This
out on
finally
Well,
got
it's
but-
not till
covered.
the following Monday, so
Is
Yeah, yeah,
24
it's
hours
fine,
going
yeah,
to
it's
change
fine.
anything? If we're
So
calling
you-
on Thursday,
you're getting one
I'd
each,
agree with
right?
you.
you're getting
Yeah.
one each.
Yeah.
And he wants you to wait till you've opened He wants you to wait to open yours as well.
Yes.
On the Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what time he's getting back on Friday either. It could be late, you know, and that'd be unfortunate.
But like, I've got a feeling
How
that like,
late is
Ash
he
is
really
going to
gonna
get home
be?
on the Friday, boot up Mario Kart World or whatever, and then go, "Oh, Dad, look at it! Yeah, and I did that. That's I
Yeah,
did
finish
yesterday."
that. Completed that.
this
It's
is
like
what
when
I'm
you-
thinking.
40
you
hours
know,
in at this point.
If it was anyone else, I'd suggest like, well, just repackage it and pretend. But can you imagine James having to act?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Like, to try him,
Oh, look,
him trying to.
there's the camera. Oh, that's really good. That's good.
See, that's the thing. I want to. Yeah, I've got the camera and the Pro controller. I mean, what am I going to do? Just leave them all just in the boxes and then just like.
Well,
do
I-
it all?
Exactly what you're going to do for the love of your son, isn't it? I mean, let me get this right. Right, you moved the kid's birthday.
No, that was my daughter.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
totally different,
so
totally
She
different.
asked.
When she was really young, she didn't know. And it was for a good reason.
It's
Right,
just so
okay.
Family
But you
unity, as
can't
we've heard.
move the Nintendo Switch launch date for a good reason.
No, he knows. I mean, well, he knows what day it is, but then also that doesn't
No, I
work.
know he knows what day it is, mate. But the idea is you're moving the launch to the next day so you can experience it together, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but then it's like that's quite a long wait.
Right.
Just,
Why don't
it's
you
24
just turn
hours.
around
Just,
and
you
say,
know,
I want to play with my new toy. Just say that.
Of course I do. That's the thing, and that's why
Say it
why
then.
this is rather difficult.
Say
But
it
yeah,
then.
I do.
Is
I
it
do want to.
difficult?
I'm really looking forward to this. Look, I'm just gonna have to do that now, aren't I? Because I've been guilted into this.
So, let me get
don't
this
ask
right.
guilt you. Let your son guilt you.
You're going to open up your Switch while your son's off, even though he's asked you not to, so you can experience it together. You're going to do that because you want to play with your new toys. That's the.
I mean, okay, he didn't like
Oh, hang
demand it. He was just like, could we do?
He just
this?
asked with tears in his eyes.
I'll admit, in James's situation, I would be a bit like, "Oh, you're getting your own, mate. Why do I
Yeah.
need to?"
Exactly. Why do I? It's not like we're opening one like together.
Yeah, between
Yeah.
you, yeah.
You know, it's
yeah.
I
Right.
don't mind. You can still have the experience of opening yours
Yeah.
on your own on Friday.
While
Exactly.
I'm busy
Yeah.
playing Mario Kart, and I've
In your
already
room on
unlocked
your
everything.
own. When you're grounded.
You can open it in front of Mummy. She'll be
Yeah.
delighted.
Yeah,
You
she'll
know,
love
like,
that.
the whole thing. You know.
When you're hearing in the background, like Dad driving around in Mario Kart in the back.
God, you know, it gets so much better after 24 hours of play.
See, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, I do need the head start as well, so that when we start playing together, it'll be like I'll be able to easily beat him.
This is James logic. It's like Matt Murray math. It makes no sense, Sean. You just got to let him go on with it. So we need an. Well, tell you what. Next Monday, you've got to let us know what you're going to do.
All right.
So have a week, think about it, and
Okay.
when we record the next pod, we want to know.
If you're saying you're going to wait, we want a voice message from Asher on Friday.
Yeah,
saying
confirming.
yes, he has waited.
I mean, I'll tell you, what I could do,
Like-
I could
like
either
the voice-
maybe I could do like a video of us both opening them or something. That'd be
That's really nice.
Yeah, but your box is all like ripped. Do you remember?
Yeah, yours-
the
Yeah, but why is
all
this
like
Switch
wrapped
2 in
in
a
gaffer
shoebox?
tape.
Tell you what you
I
could do
just
today,
don't know.
right, Asher. So I'm going to open mine on the Thursday, but while you open yours on Friday, you can watch the playback of the stream of Sean and Matt opening theirs at the same time.
One more question, James.
go on.
You decide to open yours on the Thursday. You open it up, and there's a fault with it. There's a fault with yours, and you have to take it back to
A visible fault,
Nintendo.
And it's not even, it's
What's
like a
your
dead
next
pixel
move?
or something.
You got another one in the house, haven't you, James?
I mean, I would have another one in the house,
That's interesting.
so I
isn't it?
could just probably do that. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yours
It's,
came
no.
without any shrink wrapping on it. It's weird.
And it's in two.
I could take it back to the shop same day. Yeah, be all right.
No,
Never
they say,
know.
oh no, we're out of stock. So
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
leave it
Never-
here, we'll send it off and we'll get you a new one. We'll get you a new one Saturday.
Plus,
Yeah.
you'd have to
Never-
engage with customer services in German, James.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
like-
that'd be fun.
You'll just keep it.
Come on, James, what's the move? What would you genuinely do in that situation?
Oh, I don't know. That's a really tough question.
No, it
It's
isn't.
not, mate. It's not. You send it back and that's it.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to do that, wouldn't I? And then
But you won't do it though, will you?
you don't know that. You don't know that.
I know
It's,
you
yeah.
so well, James.
You don't know
Well,
that.
I
find
don't know,
out.
because more likely Ash will go to bed and James will be like smashing Mario Kart all night to 8 in the morning. Goes to bed. Ash is like, I don't remember finishing these tracks. Probably bots, isn't it?
I've been hacked.
I'll have a chat with him again and see what he thinks.
What do we need to hatch out of him?
I think we should have a chat with him.
Yeah, I think we should get
Do you remember the voice note he sent us of Chen saying, "Yeah, I totally." No, he didn't ask. He didn't ask for the Alarmo at all.
Yes, I did buy this on my own accord and think it's a great alarm clock.
Like
Is
when
this okay?
Grimes had to post about Elon Musk playing
Yeah.
that fucking game.
Okay, look, I'm going to go and get Chen right now, and
Oh,
she's going to
don't-
confirm
don't-
this.
I just feel sorry for Chen when you do this because you
Wheeling
stomp about
around.
your flat.
Yeah.
You come here,
Once,
come
look,
here,
I'll be
come
1
here.
second. I'll be
No,
back in
I
a
don't
second.
wanna fight. Okay,
Hang on.
all right. Well, we're going to ask about all the other Switch stuff.
Hang on. Back in a second.
Finally get to a source.
I want to. There's a few things I want to ask actually.
The thing is, he
I wanna
does
know.
this, and he's like, "All right, I'm going to clear this up. I'm going to clear this up." It's like, James, you've already come across so badly. It isn't gonna help.
We need to ask how often the sound of the alarm going ring 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 happens in the morning.
What's your?
She's gone to bed.
That's interesting. Convenient.
Isn't it?
That's great.
She's asleep.
Oh yeah, she shouted it. You couldn't quite hear, but she definitely did say.
Did you try and wake her up?
No,
Just leave
it's. I opened the door and she said, like there was nothing,
asleep.
and then I just closed the door and she said, "What's going on?" And then I just closed the door. That was
Didn't even explain. No, you explain.
Oh my god.
You are something else.
Is Asher awake?
Okay.
Or-
I did think that actually, but no, he's definitely.
He's interviewed the entire
asleep.
family.
He's got to get up tomorrow.
Just to head us up, we're 25 minutes in and we haven't started feedback. Sean Bell.
Nobody else podcasts like us. No one else is doing this kind of
Right,
stuff.
and there's a
Fucking reason.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, let's
I
get
did-
ambushed every episode.
Dead format.
It is. Hello, I wasn't here last week, was I?
You weren't. I'm waiting for your list. I'm assuming you
It's
loved
not
it.
really a list. It was just no, it was a very enjoyable
Couldn't be
show. There
bothered.
was just there was a couple of things. The Bungie art theft story. So I've heard I maybe this wasn't on whatever source you're using, James, but so obviously the whole excuse was, it was someone who's not in the team anymore, and we're going to fix it,
that's
etc.,
right.
etc. I heard that apparently the art lead and a load of other people from Bungie followed the artist in question on Twitter.
That wasn't on there, but yeah,
Which-
that's
Makes it look a lot worse all of a sudden. And the only other thing I was going to say was Fragpunk, Dave. You mentioned it.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, I've also played it for like half an hour.
Why?
and was
When?
just like-
Why? How?
I was just looking for something to play the other because I finished Expedition 33. More on that in a bit, and I was like struggling to think of what to play next. I was like, this is the time where I would normally get back into Destiny 2, but I can't really be bothered anymore. So yeah, and then Fragpunk was on, showing up on the Xbox dashboard as an advert or whatever, and I thought, I remember that looking sort of interesting in trailers and stuff. And yeah, it's just the exact same reaction as you. It's just like it's
like, I
clearly
don't-
fine, and it's clearly not going anywhere. Like,
Yeah, really.
it's such a shame. Like, yeah, I don't know. I remember seeing trailers, and it looked like there was all these weird and wonderful powers. Like people were just like making like fucking plants explode everywhere and stuff, and like it looked really interesting. But the actual experience of playing it, I didn't really get anything like that. It was just.
It's wild, isn't it? It just feels
Yeah.
like the end of like it was like a game that was put together because of Overwatch, but then took way too long to come out.
Yeah.
That's
Sort
what
of
it
just
is.
Way
It's
too
just-
late to the party, sort of.
Yeah,
and
I
you
know.
just feel awful because it's like obviously this has been put together by loads of really talented people, and you just instantly like I don't think there's any sort of future in this.
No.
That's-
Yeah, that is the sad thing, isn't it? But there's been so many games like that, many games like that have fallen by the wayside, and even one like the finals that was genuinely different and interesting and looked.
Yeah.
That looks
Great.
amazing, didn't it?
I mean,
Radical
it might-
Heights.
I'm sure someone stop bringing up Radical Heights. It's your new Juiced. Yeah, like I know someone will send us a message saying, "Well, actually, the final still gets this amount of players and is doing all right." I'm sure it is, but
I hope
it's
it
one of
is,
those
yeah.
that I played for a couple of days and I was like, "Yep," and I'm sort of done. It's there's so many of those games. It's weird.
Yep.
But glad you enjoyed the show. It was weird. I was listening back. I was thinking, we didn't like use the opportunity to dig Sean out because usually when someone's not on the show, that's it. Everyone turns on them. But no, you got off lightly last week.
Just perfect, aren't they? I guess. That's really...
Just on the marathon, there's reports this week about it being allegedly delayed because loads of the paid marketing
Yeah,
for the game has been cancelled now.
Yeah,
Really?
that's
So-
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't be the end of the world. No,
No,
it's
no,
delayed.
it's-
Delayed
Delayed.
Oh, okay.
till yeah.
there was going to be like a big like beta as well that was supposed to happen, but apparently that's not happening now in the same way as it was going to, and so yeah, it looks like it's
I
all
would,
being
I would
delayed.
love to try it sincerely because, as I say, I'm not really an extraction shooter guy, but this is supposedly going to be the extraction shooter for people who don't really like extraction shooters. But yeah, it's just I don't know.
Hold on, isn't that what Helldivers 2 is?
That's true. Yeah. All right. Fuck marathon. then.
You're a massive extraction shooter guy. You love it. Okay, that's what Sean thought. But what did the listeners think, Matt, of last week's show?
Dylan from Toronto has messaged, "Hey lads, your recent discussion on words you didn't know how to say properly until you said them out loud in front of other people made me recall a distant memory. As a child, I, for some reason, thought the final or in the word horror was silent. This culminated in a time my father and stepmom took me to Zella's and now defunct Canadian department store and thought they'd be funny by spraying me with a sample of rather rank cologne marketed towards men in their 70s. They then proceeded to take off and leave me alone as I, an 8 to 10-year-old, screamed, 'I smell like a whore' at the top of my lungs to a shock of our patrons and staff. Have your actions ever embarrassed others around you so promptly that they needed to make a beeline for the door? Keep up the great work, Dylan."
There's a lot of
I
things
wonder
that
why-
need to come together for that to work.
And also,
Yeah.
Dylan from Toronto, I hope you understand that you were being bullied by your own parents, and I'm sorry that happened to you. But that's just such a
Oh,
weird.
that's gentle, isn't it?
Is it?
That's a gentle one, isn't it? What?
It's
Spray with
obviously-
some.
I don't know.
just banter. But yeah, I wonder why they thought the final or was silent.
Yeah, keen to know where you get that from.
Well, no, because isn't it Americans say it? I know it's Canadian, obviously, but Americans say it differently, don't they? They say horror, or something like that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
They don't say horror like we do. I always say horror
movie.
What's your horror movie?
I went and played that horror game.
Horror game.
I went across the balls.
That's what I said.
Was that what you were going for, Matt?
I'm not sure what I was going for. What did I say?
When you went horror game, were you going
no,
for
but it just happened to be the correct intonation for that.
Yeah, so many things needed to come together for that.
Once again.
Wild.
The Sandman has messaged. We all know, and I don't understand this, so let's hope it's fine. The Sandman, we all know James Donald Ducks his sleeping habits.
What does that mean?
I don't. Donald ducking it.
No, go on.
What does that mean?
Ducking?
Wearing a top, but no.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And a hat, if you like. I mean.
Oh God. Do you wear a shirt, nothing on the bottom?
I'm not going to tell you, Matt.
You've got to let the fellas
That's
breathe.
a yes. That's a yes.
Go wake up, Chen. You've got some questions for us.
Does he Donald Duck? Everywhere he goes. SMW. He's probably already had a load of messages about this, but Dave mentioned a while ago on the show he wanted to try the Robocop game when it was cheap. Well, it's currently £6 on Xbox at the moment. Just thought I'd send in case he'd not seen it.
Now, SMW, I know you very well, so I know that you won't know that this was a PS Plus game last month. So I've got it on my PlayStation 5, and I will be playing it at some point. That's the sound of SMW unsubscribing to the pod. But thanks, no, lots of people putting that out to me. But yeah, it was free on PlayStation.
Please stop.
Yeah, please. Martin,
Okay.
Following on from Maria's question about games influencing dreams, I played so much Oblivion back in 2008/9 that I once had a dream that I was running around the 11 Gardens district of the Imperial City. While on the Rob...
Elven Gardens.
What did I say?
11.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, okay. Elven Gardens district of the Imperial City. While on the Rob, I needed to get an item out of my bag. So rather than opening a bag up, Dream Me opened up the inventory system or inventory screen and grabbed it that way. I played way too much of that game. Yes, I guess when you're
concerning.
I guess when you're dreaming about games and then just even though you know it's probably a dream, you're still using the inventory to move around. That's
because quite a lot of VR games do that as well, don't they? Where you bring up your inventory and it's like a rucksack in front of you floating in midair and you grab the stuff out of it. So yeah.
Cool.
CEO of sleepingattire.com has messaged, after listening to your latest episode, Boxer Boys, can we please request a license to produce the James Farley sleepwear range to help to sell to our more discerning high-end customers? We need face and catchphrase approval. Please let us know the wording to use across the crotch area with James's face.
Yeah, you can do that. You've my full permission to use James's face.
You do that on our own merch store.
You do not have my image rights, David.
I do.
We've had this discussion before.
We've been through this. You've signed them over when
I
you
never signed over my image rights to you.
You did, mate. You did. I'm afraid.
It's in terms and conditions.
Yeah.
If you want to get paid,
We all
this
know,
guy's got to
James,
get out
you
there.
cannot be bothered to get a lawyer to sort this out.
Or read anything. So feel free to use James's face on anything.
but what should the catchphrase be?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Maybe we can know what a catchphrase is.
In the beginning, there's loads of there's millions of catchphrases. He's a catchphrase man, isn't he? Old James Varley. He's a catchphrase man.
That's what he's known
It's a
for.
machine.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
The Batman. Hi lads, good to hear you managed to bag a celebrity for last week's episode, but really should have advertised that you're having 2 comedians on. Matt was on fire. Great episode. Is that sarcasm? I'm not sure. Anyway. Also, just finished Life is Strange Season 2 and your spoiler cast. Shout out Justin Bieber, if you know, you know. Would love the long-awaited Disco
What's the
Elysium
Justin
episode.
Bieber?
Jason Bieber. Wasn't that a thing? That was a joke.
Oh, Jason. I'm
I
such
can't
a
remember how
idiot.
it came about now.
Jason Bieber.
Someone said Jason Bieber instead of Justin, and we all.
Oh, right. Well, it was probably Matt based on
Yes.
him reading this out.
I
Yeah,
can't
go on.
fucking read anything. Would love the long-awaited Disco Elysium episode. It might make me go back and actually finish the game. All the best from the Batman. P.S. Robin says hi.
Oh, cheers, Robin. I've always liked Robin. Got a lot of time for Robin.
There's a bit several.
All right. I read comics. Shut up. Fucking
Like
knobhead.
Robin, I'm not a nerd.
No, it's just a fun thing to say. Which one? God.
It's good when you interrogate jokes, isn't it? And you-
That's where the real humour lives.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess the sad, honest truth is that there probably won't be a Disco Elysium episode now. We should have had to basically done it when we all finished
It's
the game.
sort of incredible that we never did that, but we did do Life is Strange.
I mean,
I know.
I do kind of want to do a Disco Elysium spoiler cast where we don't look it up and we don't
Oh my
touch the
God.
game again and we try and remember what
Do it from
happened.
memory.
That would be
Because
oh,
I
God, the
guarantee I don't
feedback would be-
remember anything.
It's sad, isn't it?
Maybe we should do it for loads of games. We'll say, okay, pick a random game, spoiler cast. Any of us played it? No.
In the background, just have the music going in the background constantly.
Yeah. So I can't believe the Oblivion died.
Okay.
Yeah, Alex79. Dear TCGS Sir, I can boogie woogie. The discussion around the power gap between Switch 2 and current gen was interesting, but I felt like it missed one key point. I'm not buying a Switch 2 to play the latest current gen third-party games. I'm buying a Switch 2 to play Nintendo games, indies, and hopefully a huge library of last gen games re-released for me to replay in handheld. If I want to play the latest games, I'll do it on PS5. The Switch 2, much like the first Switch, is always going to be a second or third console for me. Anyway, thanks for the show as ever, chaps, from Alex.
What about if the camera kicks off?
Good point.
What do you mean by kicks off? There, James? What, one other person buys it? Yeah. Is that it?
Oh man,
kicking
this
off,
thing's
is
doing
it?
numbers. Two people bought it.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. Like, I'm going to treat the Switch. What I was saying, though, I wasn't saying, oh, no, it can't handle the latest games and they don't look as good as they do on the other consoles.
That is
I
what
wasn't
you
saying that
said.
as a... Yeah, but I was saying that in terms of you're not going to be playing the next Doom game, for example, on the Switch 2. You're just not, because you're going to want to play it the best way you can. And if you own one of those, if you own a PlayStation, you own an Xbox, that's fine. What I'm saying with the Switch 2, I'm going to treat it exactly like I did the Switch 1. I mean, it's good that it's got a bump, but there's tons of indie games that, like, for example, Hades 2, I am only playing that on the Switch 2. That is a Switch 2 game for me. Like, there's no doubt about that, because I don't think it will be hampered too much by visuals. The problems with the old Switch is that even indie games were sort of getting a little bit beyond its capability at that point.
I mean, but on that example, you wouldn't buy it on PS5, play it on the TV in 4K and looking amazing, and also play it on Portal.
No, because well, for starters, Hades is very, very reactionary, right? And as good as the Portal is, I use the Portal to play top-end PlayStation games in handheld mode. That's what I use that for. For the Switch, you know, Hades isn't going to push that hardware too much, I don't think. It'll probably be
maybe.
slightly, not as high
Yeah, it'll look
resolution,
nicer,
it might
yeah.
not be 4K, but it'll be all right. But playing a game natively on the Switch is better than playing on the Portal. But obviously you can't play, I don't know, a game that I played recently, you can't play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on the Switch 2.
Or Forza
without-
Horizon 5, you know.
Yeah, or Forza Horizon
Yeah.
5, you know, and even if you did, because it's running natively on the Switch 2, it's not going to look anywhere near as good as those games as it would do on the Portal. So there's sort of like, personally, and I'm talking about my gaming habits, there's a use case for both systems, but certainly not for playing like the top end big budget games. That's not why I'm buying a Switch 2. I'm buying Switch 2 for indie games and Nintendo first party software.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not playing Cyberpunk on it. It's just not something that I'd
You
rather
could.
play that. You could do, yeah. And again, if you
40 frames
haven't
a
got
second.
if you haven't got one of those other consoles, then that's an outlet for you. But like for me, I just can't see the point. But you know,
Yeah.
it's a personal thing.
Yes. Hank has messaged, hello. In the most recent episode, everyone was completely oblivious as to what might have been James Farley's best yoke ever, which is saying something. I could totally hear the smug look on his face as he said, well, maybe they misheard, with regards to two boys being told to stop manking. I mean, come on. Also, well done to James. I would also like to give a tip to Matt and his shiny PC. I
So
believe
James,
he also
you
has
look
a...
like you didn't say that. Maybe they didn't hear you. Right?
No, I
you
did say that, but
Oh,
yeah,
there you
no
go.
one noticed,
Oh.
so it was the thing.
Well done. Yep.
Yeah, no,
Welcome to
well done,
Matt's
James.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it, James? It's our curse. Okay. Oh,
Why was that the bit that broke you? What?
No, it's just the way Matt was just like, yeah, this is our curse. It's just like, it's quite funny.
Okay, Hank continues.
He's now a comedy critic, man.
Doing a lot, isn't he? I'd also like to give a tip to Matt and his shiny PC. I believe it also has a VR headset. I don't actually anymore because fuck VR.
I was going to say, does that work properly? Is that...
Yeah, I could have. I think it's fine. So I could have bought it if I wanted to when I left, but I was like, no, probably not going to bother.
It, to be honest,
VR is a wank. Never liked VR. Actually, what's the point? It makes you feel sick. Anyway, Aim Assault has a free demo on Steam, and this little game has given me the biggest nostalgia in life. I have such fond memories of spending something like €13 beating Time Crisis 2 in an arcade in Crete circa 2002 with my then girlfriend, now wife, proudly watching. This was in fact the moment she decided that this is the man I want to father my children. She hasn't actually said so, but I could tell. And the demo is free and works great with a Steam Link app, so no need for cable or anything. Thanks for the podding. Yeah, thanks, Hank. Yeah, I don't have a Quest 3. I mean, maybe Quest 4. Well, I will say, I mean, this is kind of maybe not even related, but the new Quest UI update come out this week. Have you seen it, Sean? It looks amazing.
Oh, no,
It's kind of like almost. It's very like spatial. It looks like a much needed improvement.
No, I have used my Quest a bit this week, but I've not. But it's probably just not bothered doing it because I know the updates are always weirdly gradual, aren't they? I think so.
Yeah. Well, I'm now thinking because I played Half-Life Alyx with my Quest 2 connected to my terrible PC. It was like disaster technically. I thought, well, now I could play that again, but I don't have a headset.
I should really try that again because famously when I tried to stream it back in the day, I was on a different graphics card and different CPU, and it kept crashing after about an hour and a half every time I played it. So yeah, I should probably revisit that. I did because of this message, I did give Aim Assault a go, and it was very good fun. Just sort of Virtua Cop style, moving forward, shooting lads.
Yeah, I've got that.
I've
got that
sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Mock Turtle Soup, good having Blake on the show again. Always baffles me that the In-Betweeners are married with kids now. Took me a second to remember the show ended 15 years ago.
Yeah, and we're rolling on.
Sorry,
go on.
It's coming back, though, isn't it?
They were older in real life, weren't they, than they were in the show as well?
That's right.
'Cause
Yeah.
I remember listening to an interview with Emily Atack, and she was like, "Yeah, I was supposed to be older than them, but I was like 18, and they were all 23 or whatever."
Yeah, bizarre. I mean, I was trying to think about when this show started. What was it? That would have been 9 years ago. I would say our 9th year, isn't it?
Yeah.
10 years next year.
Yeah, 9 years now.
Fucking hell,
What are we
mad.
doing for the Big Ten?
We're probably going to forget it. And
Probably forget until
Yeah.
the week before, and then go, should we do anything? Oh, well, I'm
No, I
busy,
can't,
and,
yeah.
James
we
won't be
should
here.
try to do something for
I'll be
Den.
away. Yeah.
Can we do
Yeah,
what Remap
yeah.
do and actually get a venue, not
Oh,
like a
that'd be
live venue, but
brilliant.
get a fucking room together
Yeah.
where we can do something like a live
Yeah,
stream
do a
or something.
birthday party. Yeah, I'd love to do a birthday party.
Yeah. I mean, like, what we might do at Exxon, we could definitely do that. I think
we
that'd
get
be
a
great.
cake?
Yeah, we can get all
Yeah, we
sorts.
can get
Someone's gonna
cake.
show
Yeah,
up with his
sure.
cake.
We can get like a ball pit. We can get challenges. You know, if David shaves his hair off, it's, donation, tears. There can be a whole thing. Yeah.
No, I'm all right actually.
No, let's do it.
No.
No, let's do it. That's agreed. Okay, cool. Grim Gnarly has messaged.
You're reading this one out.
Well, I mean, it is in the. No, we'll leave it actually. Yeah.
No, go on, read it out.
Well, it's quite a short one actually. It just says.
Read it out then. Why are you doing this?
I don't know. It's just in there. I just.
Right, obviously, I put it in the doc. I just thought it was funny in isolation because I assumed there was some context
Fuck you,
that I
Sean.
forgot.
Whenever you get abuse, it gets deleted straight away. It's just
not
chalked
always.
up Go on, read this one out. Go on, Matt. Go on, read it
Grim
out.
Gnarly.
Now.
Grim Gnarly has said David is a prick.
What was that for?
There's the episode title.
Grim Gnarly. Go to tcgs.co.
Gnarly sounds a bit like James Farling.
I don't get.
Oh yeah.
Just
James never gets abuse in the feedback form.
yeah, somehow.
Of course not.
Matt
not true.
probably, but he gets a little bit. It's not that.
Oh yeah, he
regular,
used to
but
get
that
loads though. Just kind of
That
toned
gets
down.
removed straight
It was
away. That
actually
gets removed straight
I'm
away.
having a pop at Matt, and I did delete it.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind the pops of me. Oh, was there a pop this week?
So why is it?
What,
okay
why
to
did you
have-
delete it? I want to watch. Did you at least send it to me?
It was Colin Ross Wilson being his usual
Oh,
self.
I didn't see that.
It was
But
just
so even that one, a jokey bit of abuse.
Yeah.
Matt doesn't get to. I just get called a prick, and that's on the show. Is it?
Grim
That's
Gnarly's
fine.
been writing in most weeks for a little while, so I assumed this was like meant in good faith.
What?
I assume it was-
How is that?
It's part of a longer narrative.
Yeah.
You'll look back and say that was brilliant. Actually, yeah,
It's
the
a bit like
twist.
the Blueprints. In
Yeah, you look
2
back.
years,
Oh,
you'll be like,
It recontextualizes everything.
Right.
it was so needless. I just thought it was quite funny.
Right.
Yeah, if you want to leave a feedback, maybe a little bit nicer, go to
Tone it
tcgs.co/dear
down, guys.
TCGS. But also, Colin, can you send the feedback back in? Because I want to read what you said.
It was just accusing you of liking popular things.
I mean, I do like popular things.
Well, there you go.
Guilty.
Well, they're popular. They're
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, I could see why that would be worse. Accusing Matt of liking popular things, that'd be worse than being called a prick. So yeah, no, it's good that you deleted that and
I don't
saved
think
Matt's.
Grimnarly means it. whereas
They're
I
both
do
true,
think-
David. It's fine.
Okay. Is that it for the feedback, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get on to the news then. James Farley, the newsman.
Yeah, so Randy Pitchford's been at it again.
Oh, he has, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Which is so basically what happened here was that there was a fan contacted him over social media and said, this is all surrounding Borderlands 4 and the pricing, and said, Randy, this game better not be $80. Don't take that risk. A lot of gamers aren't going to pay $80 and feed this notion of constant increase of the price tag. You are the CEO. You have some say with the price when it comes to your publisher. So Randy responded to this and he said, A, not my call. B, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. My local game store had Starflight for Sega Genesis for $80 in 1991 when I was just out of high school working minimum wage at an ice cream parlour in Pismo Beach, and I found a way to make it happen. So yeah, and then
Nice
IGN
guy.
also... So go Sean.
I said he's a nice guy.
He's really nice,
The
isn't he?
fucking photograph of him in this news article, by the way.
what's up with it? I don't
Oh,
need
he
to look
just
at it.
looks like the most punchable person you've ever seen.
I don't think James Farley should comment on this news story, because
think
you're
I've
probably
read it
thinking,
out.
James. You're probably thinking, James, that actually it's really disrespectful to just have that arrogant nature of we're going to make this thing really expensive and you're going to find a way to buy it anyway, right? Like it's a shitty thing to say, isn't it? But you have just bought £50 USB camera for your Switch 2 that you don't need.
It's a bit different, I think, David.
I don't know if it is, mate. I don't know if it is. I just think you're so far removed from value. How much is a pint of milk?
I think that's quite unfair. It's a
Okay,
bit,
Yeah, because one is like the disgusting kind of capitalist machine wreaking havoc, and the other one is this Randy Pitchford story. So I think we should
the
think
other look. Nintendo is a lovely, cuddly company that
Doesn't
never
even
does
work,
anything wrong.
he does.
You know?
It's regardless of your financial position and whether you can afford a game or whatever. That's just a shitty thing to hear from someone that is trying to sell you something.
It's
I mean,
just
it is.
utterly tone deaf, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
they're
the-
completely
it's-
tone deaf.
It's the PlayStation 3 approach.
Yeah, get another job,
that.
get a second job.
Yeah,
It
get
really is
another
that.
job, get a second job. You could buy, it just honestly awful thing to put. I mean, when I first saw the headline, I was like, "There's no way he actually said that." Let me go and read the content. Oh, he didn't.
Oh,
So that was. There's no getting
That-
around it. The contacts.
that doesn't feel like an $80 game. Also, it's like multiplayer, so those you'd think that if anything that would skew slightly lower anyway in order to get a larger install base. So
Okay, so here's the thing.
it doesn't
then.
even feel like it should be an $80 game, let alone
Right. So
if it
here's
is.
the thing, then, Matt. What's an $80 game? What's the threshold? Is it budget spent on the game? Is it length? Is it how good it looks? What's your?
I think
why
it's all of
doesn't
them. It can be
this
all of them
feel
things,
like-
really. I think that's why I think like GTA has it all. GTA 6, it's got the graphics, it's got the longevity, it's certainly got an investment and all the kind of money spent. I think that's less important because consumers don't care about that. But I would pay $80 for a
Is
game which I know is going to last me for
Mario
ages.
Kart World an $80 game?
Well, I mean, I'm just like putting stuff out of my arse now, but you're going to play it for a long time. I mean, I don't know. That feels uncomfortable to me for some reason.
Is it because it's a game that like I wonder if it's you're more inclined to think it's an £80 game if you're looking forward to it and you think it's going to be good.
Well,
Not you personally. I think as gamers, like I think I'm not talking. That wasn't directed at you, Matt.
I
I
mean,
just think in general.
this is what Take-Two, like, Strauss Zelnick, who's in charge of Take-Two, thinks, because like IGN asked him like if the company would go to $80 for the games, and he wouldn't say the way, but then he did say that consumers would be willing to pay for the very best. So that's the It's
Yeah, I think
this
GTA
idea.
is like a special example where I would pay more than the average. But yeah, when I was looking at like Mario Kart for 75, 80 quid, again, it's going on my Switch, it's less of an issue. But I'm like, yeah, that would be lots of stomach. If like, okay, I mean, is there Donkey Kong? We don't know the price of that. Do we know
No,
the
we do.
price of that?
It's
Yeah, we
not.
do,
It's
yeah.
not.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
$10
But
cheaper, isn't it?
whatever the next game is, I'm like, I've got to have that. I'm like, 80 quid or 75 quid. I'm really going to have to think this had better
Well,
be
that's
a
the
bloody
thing,
good
though.
game
It
and
is-
last me a long
that's
time,
the-
because this is not
that's
like,
the
oh,
problem,
40 quid back in the day when it was, yeah.
When people are talking about GTA potentially even being more expensive, it's not necessarily, well, I would pay for that. I would pay more for that. It's whether you should be paying more for that or not. And really, the impact that does have on the industry. Because what's stopping every AAA game or whatever to turn around and say, well, the GTA did it. That's the new threshold now.
I mean, there
our
are
game
trends.
is as good.
It
I mean,
also
like-
becomes like a value proposition thing in the sense of, like, you're right. It's like all the companies will be like, well, ours is definitely worth that much, and so
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
it's like what happened with like student fees with universities. Like when they were first brought in, like there was this idea that universities would compete with each other to have and there'd be like cheaper prices and everything. And it's like, no, every single university just charges the same because no one's going to admit that they're not as good as another one. It's it's crazy.
For
Yeah,
me, it's like, and there's no way this is like practical or actionable in any way, but like, if there was a way for like, right, games coming out, Crystal Ball says, if we charge $80 for it, the dev will be fine. If we charge 50, the dev will go under. I'd be like, all right. Do you know what I mean? Like, if charging more is what allows a dev to keep doing what they're doing and making good games, begrudgingly, I get it. But there's
But
no
it's
way
more-
to ever
but
be
it's-
like to do that sort of comparison. Like, oh well, actually, if we charged this, we would have been all right. Or we
Yeah,
charged less.
imagine if
No,
on the
because
PlayStation Store it's like, hey, the regular version is 50, add another 30 to keep the dev alive.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's $50, so I can give us a tip for another
yeah,
30.
yeah, $50, but no
this will
chance
stop-
for $50, no chance for a sequel if you love it. But
Do
pay
this,
80, greater chance.
This will stop our publisher from shutting us down.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like, if
yeah,
we
yeah. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, if there was some way to know, like, what price is being increased genuinely because of economic, circumstances.
Or the
and-
shareholder demands.
well, yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how much of it is genuine, right? And we will never know, and that's the problem. Obviously, a Grand Theft Auto, like I was saying the other week, not saying this even makes it necessarily a better game, but obviously a new Grand Theft Auto costs a lot more to make than a new Mario Kart, and that's not a judgment on either of those games. So in that sense, I get it, but I could also understand Nintendo being like, "Oi, you're still playing the last Mario Kart."
Yeah.
12
You're
years
going to
on
get
or
your money's
whatever it is.
worth, yeah.
Yeah, so how dare you tell us it's not worth $80? I don't know.
Yeah, worth
it's
is
all a
just so
bit-
different to so many people. It's interesting.
Yeah, but well, I mean, it's certainly different to Randy Pitchford. That seems to, I don't know. This whole thing just left a really bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah,
Um,
it stinks.
Do you wanna hear from another fun character in the video game industry?
Oh, God.
Always.
So we've got Peter Molyneux back.
Oh, yeah.
with some
Did he
comments.
ever really
Has he got-
go away?
Has he got a game coming out? Or
No. He's been speaking about.
No. What do you mean? He's definitely got a game coming out.
I'm
if he's
sure he
coming
has,
out.
but I don't know what it is. I don't care.
you say it now?
No, I really mean that. So he was talking about Connect and and also Project Milo and why it was never released and everything. And I mean, I think there's a bit of revisionism going on here, but it's still quite
say,
interesting.
right, go on, I've
Because
not read
it was
this.
never really real, was it? I don't know.
Yeah, it
Well,
was.
yeah,
I said
that's,
this. See, because I did see game footage. I saw actual game footage of the game being played legitimately. I think it was from this E3.
Right.
They did a gameplay thing, and someone had someone had recorded a bit, and it was just not the game that was presented. It was totally different. You know where
Right.
she was just talking. It
Yeah.
was it was like, oh, I'm going to hand you something now, and it was to play it, you held your hand over to the right hand side where there was a circle, and then that went bigger, and then that was the decision
yeah.
made, rather than just natural conversation or whatever. It was that Connect thing of holding your arm in a certain place to press buttons, essentially.
I mean, that E3 thing that they showed, it's amazing, really, when you think about it. Like, it's completely outrageous because it was completely fake. Like, the entire thing was completely fake.
Yeah, and it's funny,
like,
isn't it? Because there will always be there'll always be a concept of or there'll always be a thing with marketing something like Milo. This was new technology. They didn't know fully what was possible. There's also loads of articles out there talking about how they changed the specs and what Connect can do, like right the way up to
because that was the thing, wasn't it?
when
With
they
Milo and
shipped the
Kate,
thing.
they built that trailer based off what they were told Connect would be able to do,
I mean,
and it would have loads of onboard processing and stuff.
he mentions that, but there's still a load of things with that don't work. Like the idea of like natural language at that time of like being able to speak like that and speak that is impossible.
Yeah, and
anyway,
and I sorry, before you continue, and so I think they made a video projecting what they think they could achieve, but it was
concept.
so wrong to show that off as this is what you can do, because even if you take that into account, they've changed what they've. They knew at that point that you couldn't do what they were showing, and they were saying this is actually happening. Like when there was a point in that video, I remember it specifically, where Peter Molyneux went, "She's not acting here. This is something that actually happened," and she reached down to catch that thing, and then she was an actor. Of course she was. Like
it was like, this isn't
absolutely
scripted.
ridiculous.
I think Peter
Absolutely
Molyneux saw Darth Vader in Fortnite and was just like, Milo!
Yeah.
Told you all this.
Yeah, go on. Let's hear what Peter Molyneux's got to say.
Well, so according to Molyneux, like when Connect was first showed to him, the device had like a much bigger like field of view, and it could see like the entire room. And Molyneux thought
and emotions.
And he thought this was incredible. But he also said that he didn't want to use it for energetic party-like games. And so they asked him for feedback, and he said, "What do you?" They said to him, "What do you think?" And he said, "Well, firstly, when he did the demo, he was jumping all over the room. I'm a gamer. I don't want to play games standing up. That's the first thing. It doesn't appeal to me. I want to sit back. I want to smoke what I smoke, and I want to drink what I drink. And I don't want to prance around like a twat." So that's which is fair enough. And so the whole point with Milo was that it was also supposed to be a sort of a more sedentary way to use the Kinect. Like, it wasn't going to be like a party game, kind of thing. And he said the game was obviously inspired by his 7-year-old son at the time. And he said anyone who's a parent will probably experience this. There was this moment where you realise you're crafting, inspiring a human being. Wouldn't it be an incredible thing to create a game around that feeling? Wouldn't it be incredible to create an experience around that, about inspiring, in Milo's case, a boy? That was contentious in itself because, of course, lots of people go to the dark side with that idea. I mean, that's what he said.
Did they?
Apparently,
Lots of people?
Well, apparently, and then he said that obviously they cheated with the voice input, like on the demo and everything. But then he's now said this would be solved with like AI chatbots. Like, you could probably do this.
Yeah.
But then he also said the game wouldn't work because of the downgrade to the Kinect hardware, as we explained. I mean, it says here, unfortunately, as we were developing Milo, the Kinect device was also being developed, and they realised that the device that Alex Kipman first showed off would cost $5,000 for consumers to buy. So they cost reduced that device down to such
£100. How different must it have been?
So they cost reduced that device down to a price point where the field of view, I think it was a minuscule field of view. In other words, it would only just see what was straight in front of you. But then the important thing was that he said that what actually killed off Milo was Microsoft's focus on Kinect as a party device, and he said that Milo just didn't fit into this portfolio.
No, it wasn't, Peter. That's just utter bollocks, isn't it? That.
And then he said,
"It's not true."
But it was always going to be a party-esque device, really, given it's like emotion sensing, getting pulled together, Dance Central, Connect Adventures. It was always going to be that.
There was nothing that precluded like other experiences.
Yeah, definitely. Really nice to have something different.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think bullshit. again for some of those things. And
Do you feel a bit like, and this is a big old judgment based on nothing, the bit about, oh yeah, it's inspired by me having a kid and what it's like to sort of shape and inspire someone. Do you get the feeling maybe he wasn't doing a lot of the sort of belt and braces parenting stuff? I reckon he was just stepping in and, hey, I'm Pete Molyneux, I'm crazy, I make video games. Oh, you want
This is
dinner?
parenting, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
This is. I mean, we've been here so many times with Peter, haven't we?
Oh, Peter.
And,
I mean, I've got one final quote about why he was sad that it wasn't finished. Do you want to hear this one?
go on.
Go on.
He said, "What was so magical about it? It wasn't about heroes and aliens coming down. There wasn't this end of the world narrative scenario. It was just experiencing what it's like to hang out with someone that loves you."
Right, Peter. All right, okay. Let's move on.
Yeah. So next story is there's going to be a live action Elden Ring film, it's going to be directed by Alex Garland, who's also going to write it. There's no plot, casting details, or release date, or anything at all. And it's also not clear if George R.R. Martin is going to be involved as like a producer on the film, but there's no other details, or whether Miyazaki is going to be involved or not. But a lot of people seem pretty excited by this, but then also confused as to how it's going to work. I mean, I don't know what you guys
I
think.
was having this discussion with a friend of the show, Chris Spann, and he was saying, surely it's a bad idea to take something like Elden, like a From Software style narrative, which is all piecemeal, and you figure it out yourself by finding stuff, and etc. etc. Surely trying to make that into a linear film is a bad idea. I sort of feel like maybe the opposite is true, and the fact that it means it's completely ripe for a linear telling of the story, because no one has the exact same series of events or the same story in their minds necessarily. I never actually got the story of Elden Ring. I didn't play enough of it. I mean, I played about 100 hours of it, but that's not enough to grasp the story, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but on a very kind of surface level. I'm like, is it extremely complicated? Is it because I haven't found every bit of lore about every character to really know the context, or I think it can be both things for both people. I mean, it is kind of great to see people who talk about these huge lore videos and character histories and all that kind of stuff, whereas other people can just say, oh yeah, it's a basic thing if you do this and go there. So, but I'll be fascinated to see, yeah, as you say, Sean, how that kind of story works on the big screen. Alex Garland is an incredible director, writer, producer, so I'm excited for that.
Right? Like I know it's not healthy to be like, oh, has he got nerd credentials? But he has. So yeah, I think he's a good choice.
Yeah, I mean, like, Ex Machina is one of my all-time faves. I really liked Annihilation, Devs, other stuff, and A24 are like the cool indie publishing house. So I think that's a great partner. But yeah, God knows how it's going to look. But just imagine even the title screen music that in the cinema is going to sound incredible. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, God knows what it could be like, and it's hard to say.
Yeah, I mean,
this could be a Borderlands movie, or it could be close to
like you,
Sonic
Sean. I don't. I didn't play enough of Elden Ring, and I certainly didn't look into the story that much. But when I think about Dark Souls and the stories that could have been told from that legitimately could just be like even a TV show, one TV show
like
on
little
each.
sort of vignettes. Sort of.
Oh mate, so many good stories could be told from that set in that universe. That I'm not surprised. I don't think they'll fuck this up. I think this will be a good one.
Bloody Night Rain's out this week, next week, soon.
Yeah, it's the 30th this week.
Is it? Yeah, shit. Are we bothered? I'm still not entirely clear what it is, other than it's co-op. Elden Ring.
That's why I'm not really bothered, because it's like I still feel like these games to me are generally like single player experiences. Like you against the world kind of thing. I'm not really that terribly bothered.
Yeah, I've got it in my fantasy league, and because Elden Ring, but I don't know. I mean, I assume reviews out this week.
You'll get 9s now. You'll get 9s and 10s. Don't worry about that.
Well, I mean, but I didn't play the alpha beta, but I did hear some people saying it's not really for me. Mostly for a lot of things that James mentioned. Like, this is actually not the experience I want. I'm sure there will be people that absolutely love it, but it wasn't
exactly.
like.
But then maybe that's why this could be an interesting sort of reinterpretation of it. Like, well, what if we made it an arcadey co-op thing? I don't know. It could be interesting, but
yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. I've got two final stories here, which are kind of they're both Sony ones. It's like good news, bad news. What do you want first?
Please make this a regular feature. And
news
we're
or bad
closing
news?
this week's news with good news, bad news with me, James Farley.
It's all bad news, isn't
What do
it?
you want? What do you want first?
The good
Let's
news
go
or the bad
first.
news? The bad
Bad
news.
news
Yeah?
first, and on good news.
Okay, so the bad news is, I mean, for anybody that cares, which is probably not many people, like Sony are ending their PlayStation Stars loyalty program. Yeah, it's been around for 3 years. I don't think anybody even knows it exists. Like, really,
Nope.
It's similar to Microsoft Rewards, but less good. And from today, you can't join it anymore anyway. And the whole thing was, it worked by, like, when you bought games or when you, like, played games, you got points. And these could originally be exchanged for, first of all, digital items. We did talk about this before.
Yeah,
which were
wallpapers and stuff,
wallpapers,
isn't
all
it?
that sort of stuff, or for points cards and stuff as well. Like, that was the other thing. But then they took away the points cards for a while, and then because obviously people were just using it to get
Yeah.
discounts on stuff. But then they came back.
Kind of the
at
whole
least-
point of the scheme, but yeah.
yeah, then they came back, at least in the UK, and but yeah, it's over. I mean, Sony said, since launching the program, we've learned a lot from evaluating the types of activities our players respond best to, and as a company, we are always evolving with player and industry trends. Through this evaluation, we have decided to refocus our efforts and will be winding down the current version of PlayStation Stars. We'll continue to evaluate our key findings from this program. We're looking forward to ways to build them. Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
it.
I'm level 3, 712 points since it launched. I mean, I don't play my PlayStation as much. I get like the single player games, and that's kind of it, really.
So they had like they also had, like, you know, the same as with, you know, Microsoft Rewards, where it's like, you know, if you do certain activities, you got points and stuff like that. And yeah, it's going. So that's probably a shame for some.
Well, it's going in its current form. I mean, yeah, maybe they need to just publicise it a bit more, change how many points you get. I don't know, but
I think there's
it
rubbish.
makes sense to do something like this, but this clearly has not worked out for them. Or yeah, I wonder how many people even know about it.
Yeah. Okay, and the potentially good news is it appears that the PS5 Pro and the PS5 are going to get discounts this week.
So what?
I know, this is what's strange, because we don't get this very often these days.
Okay. Tell
So
me.
this is according to its okay.
Do you know
Bill-
what'd be
Bill-
great if they discount the PS5, but it's still more expensive than it was when it first came out?
It probably will be.
Oh yeah,
it's-
if you've got
that
loads, yeah.
What a move that would be.
So according to this guy, or I don't know, Bill Kun, who like apparently regularly reveals like PlayStation promotions before they happen. There's going to be a Days of Play. They're going to like kick off on Wednesday, May the 28th, so in 2 days. And then we're going to see the standard PS5 console slashed by €100 in Europe, and the PS5 is going to go down by €50, and they're also going to discount the PSVR 2, also by €50 as well. And so, yeah, that's potentially
This guy's broken. Just
Yeah.
leaked stuff about things before.
yeah, and it's been
I
accurate.
bet
And
Sony
so-
think he's a Bill cunt, then, don't they? Eh?
Yeah,
Wow.
Actually, I was expecting that from Matt. David.
I wouldn't go it low, James. Actually,
You fucking would.
I wouldn't. Embarrassing.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Are you any closer? Yeah, of course you are. You're getting one. You're getting one. You're getting
This,
one.
this isn't confirmed for UK yet, is it? Though. I mean,
No,
but
they've only got Euro prices at the moment, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a bit. The weird bit is the bit where it says selection of DualSense controllers at $54.99. It's like,
So
does
some,
that
but
mean
not
like?
others. Yeah.
yeah, probably the
It's-
least popular colours.
Yeah,
like,
it's-
quick,
yeah, it's
ship
the-
them
yeah,
out.
it's the shitty
No one
colours,
wants this
yeah.
rubbish
Yeah.
one. Okay, fine. The funny thing, I mean, I do see, you know, PS5 Pros on Hot UK deals, for instance, cheaper than the.
Oh yeah, what was the
RIP
prices, Matt?
I haven't looked for a while. Don't know.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you actually. I'll have to check my spreadsheet. Anyway, like, but most of them are like way below the RRP. So I think any 50 quid off or whatever you might get here is still probably going to be a lot more expensive, I think, than you'll find it elsewhere.
But I mean, €100 off the standard is not bad. I mean, although it does take it to, I think it means that it's then €50 cheaper than when it launched, rather than it's not like 100 because
Okay.
you know, it went up by like 50.
So we have missed out. We should have bought in now. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
but
I mean, obviously last week it was last week where we reported when we read the news that the PS5 that Sony were thinking about making price increases everywhere. So what are they
Yeah.
going to like reduce it and then like go from current price lower to even more when it comes back? I
Well,
mean,
maybe they're going to do that.
that would
thing
be
where
crazy.
This will be like because they often do before. Haven't they done like temporary like price reductions, and then it's going to go up again? Maybe they'll do that, but they
The
just make
video
it go
video
up
They're
really
just
animation.
trying
high.
to like traumatize people into buying it because it's like, well, next week might go down,
Yeah.
might go up. Like, just making gamblers out of all of us, basically.
Yeah. The thing is, when I think about it, I know that James is going to get one this year. Like that's
Yeah.
done. I'm certain of it. It's just Matt, and I think Matt will order one on like the 1st of January or something.
I wouldn't be
Like,
like
yeah,
petty.
because it's just like, yes, you would, Matt. Yes, you would be that.
If there was
petty.
a sale, maybe. But I'll wait for GTA. I need to wait
Yeah,
for that.
I know James is getting one, and it'll be Ghosty Yotai. That'll be the one where it works way better on the PS5 Pro, and James will go, well, Asher can have this one, so I'm swimming in money.
Have
if he
it,
pays me
have
for it.
He's going to be like, yeah, he's going to.
You better start saving now, boy.
Yeah.
And you can't open it for a week.
Yeah, it's already been unboxed.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it for the news?
That is it for the news. Yeah.
Let's get to what you've been playing. You weren't on the show last week, Sean, so let's catch up with you.
Hello. Yeah, so as mentioned, I finished Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Goodness me, what an ending. Yeah, absolutely delighted that I saw it through. Really weird, though. I had the whole... when you play a big game with a big story and sort of as it's getting towards the end... Because we mentioned that the structure is interesting in that you do acts 1 and 2 and they're huge, and then you get to act 3 and then you can kind of just go for the end of the story whenever you like, but there's a ton of extra stuff to do. I was really surprised by how much extra stuff I wanted to do, but I was sort of like, right, I'm kind of ready for this to be over. Did the ending.
So sorry, did you want to decide stuff for story reasons, just because it's fun, because you wanted to like grind levels up?
Yeah, there was a couple. Like I was just having fun, just exploring the map, and there's like loads of like optional areas that I was really enjoying doing. And then you get specific requests from some people in your party. And I was like, right, I really want to do those just to, because I don't, not necessarily any sort of gameplay advantage. It's not like Mass Effect 2 or whatever, but yeah, just wanted to sort of give closure to some of the characters over certain things. And then I was like, right, I'm ready to finish it. And I was like, I've really enjoyed this, but I'm really looking forward to playing something else now. And then finished it, and then had like proper post game malaise. Just like, oh, I'm not ready to play anything else. I don't really know what I want anymore.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling.
It is.
Is this one of the games you can go back after finishing the game?
You can, but without giving anything away, it feels weird
Oh, okay,
to
right,
do
yeah.
so. I mean, not everyone has that problem. I know other people who've just been like, right, cool, seeing the ending, I'm going to go back and carry on. Whereas I don't know, to me, it just felt inappropriate to go back to the game after the ending. But yeah, I thought the ending was stunning. Like James and I had a big old chat about it. It's super interesting, like what it does with the story. So yeah, wonderful game with some caveats. Not the music. The music's fine.
We've got a lot of shit. We've got a lot of shit for what we said about the music, James. To be honest
I know.
with you,
I know. The thing that I find most interesting about that is it's like there's been a lot of people sending us like deconstructing what it's all about and all that kind of thing, and like how amazing that is and everything. And it's like I'm not disputing that. I just don't like it. Like I just don't like it.
But like you did it again last week. You're like, yeah, but it's got awful music or whatever. It's like, all right.
Yeah, in my opinion, I don't like it. That's the thing. It's like
see, my point was that I don't hate all the music in it. In fact, actually, the majority of it was okay. I never thought any of it was amazing, but every now and then there's a song in it that makes you go, fucking hell, what is this?
Just the slightly overly literal lyrics and stuff.
Yeah, I can't stand that stuff, but we've been through that, so I don't want to shit on it too much. I mean, I enjoyed what I played of it. I think I'm ready to say that I'm never going back to it, so I kind of want to ask you guys about the story and where it goes, because I'm sure
I
it
would
is
love to tell
interesting.
you, because I think, you'll be surprised.
Cool.
But then it takes so long. I tried to explain it to Nu, and she, bless her, she tried her
part of
best
me
to listen.
The feeling that I got was that part of me, your mission when you first set out in that game, I got that feeling that it was like, this isn't going to be the mission to the end. This will be.
It's
the
the fact
this'll-
that they're just like, we need to go and kill
stupid.
the paintress, and then this
Yeah.
will end, and you're like, well, that sounds a bit simplistic, but okay.
Yeah, I had a feeling that it would go in a completely different direction, or the paintress was with you all along, or something like that. I don't know.
It was the paintress of friends we made along the way. Yeah.
I didn't put this on my list because I haven't really got anything to add from what you guys said last week. But yeah, I've been playing Doom: The Dark Ages. I'm only like an hour or two in.
Well, let's talk about that then.
Really enjoying it. The thing I was really pleasantly surprised by was when it was revealed. I felt like maybe this was just me imagining things because Doom Guy had a shield, but it felt like in the footage they first showed there was a lot of just standing around and waiting to parry things, and that. But that hasn't been the reality of me playing it at all.
And it gets even more like you're not even. You don't even think of it as a shield. Like there was I was fighting I was playing it today, and I was fighting like a big group of people, and I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? They're firing just like normal bullets at me, and I was like, oh yeah, I've got a shield. Like you don't even think of it as a shield after a while. It's just a mechanic to sort of get you about the place quickly, or parry, like the parry system or whatever. But that ramps up like even more so. There is literally no standing around in this game after I'd say I'm on chapter I don't know, chapter 13, 14, something like that. And from about chapter 9 onwards it really ramps up. Like some of the arenas get really difficult. So many enemies, it's insane. And then all the different enemy types, it really ramps up from there and becomes way more like Doom 2016. But then still has little flights of fancy into doing different things. And there is funny stuff in it. There is, there's some really good humour moments. Like, have you done a level yet where you get into this like massive giant suit?
Yes.
Right. I don't want to ruin anything for you, but you get a gun in that suit, and it's so funny, like because it's just ridiculous, and you're getting a gun because you're walking along, like you're walking around as the normal Doomslayer or whatever, and you walk into a room and there's just bullets the size of like fucking like double-decker buses just like around you, and it's just that you're like, this is so stupid that it's funny. Like it's really funny. You've finished it now, James, haven't you?
Yeah, I finished it over the weekends because it's not. I wouldn't say it's a particularly long game. It's but it is also, I think, pretty wonderful. I really, really enjoyed it, and I feel like the first third of the game is fine, but then it really does start to ramp up in the final 2/3. And you see, first of all, it felt. This feels more like Doom. It feels more to me like Doom than Eternal did. Like it really does, because of the fact that it is those like large open areas. There's tons of like enemies, as David said, that you like fighting, and it's also it has these really nice like short sort of puzzle bits as well. For like secret areas, which are pretty cool to like figure out, and that's where it has like sort of minor puzzle solving and stuff, which is great. And it doesn't have the rhythm side of like 2016, where you felt like you were going from thing to thing, doing like executions and stuff like that. But it just feels more like Doom, like original Doom, like in the sense that you're just tearing everything up, like basically. And that's what I really liked about it. It's really good, and I also never felt like I was running out of ammunition, which is great because of the whole loop where you can generate it just by like doing like a melee attack on somebody, and I think it's brilliant. I had a really great time. The only thing I think is not great about it is the like visually, I think it's really drab, which is a bit of a shame. But apart from that,
it has moments, doesn't it? It does have moments like when you first go to hell and stuff like that. You have some really cool visual moments there, but really, yeah, you're right. It doesn't look quite as good as you'd hope a Doom game on these new systems should look.
But also, the dragon stuff's like gets better and better as it goes
Fucking
on.
Great.
Like,
I love the dragon stuff, and there's part of me that kind of feels that this is really basic. Like the bit where you're dodging the green bullets coming to you and stuff. It's like, okay. But I can't stop. Like I still love flying around as that dragon and that.
There's that, and there's also like chasing down those other ships and stuff like that, which is pretty good.
Do it every
Just
time.
going around.
I just do it every time.
Yeah,
it's the same thing every time, but I just do it every time. Fuck it. There's no peril.
No, it's very basic, but it's just still kind of enjoyable as like a sort of like breaking the flow up of it. It's it works. I'm not sold on those massive like robot levels though. It's I don't think
No,
they're that great.
the second one where you get the gun was funny, and it was really good. Like, later on, I didn't really notice this towards the start of the game, but later on, I think it might be a weapon thing. Some of the destruction of the enemies is incredible. Like some of those floating brain things coming up to you, and you literally you shoot a shotgun and bits of it are flying off, and you're seeing holes in the monsters. You're chipping away at it. It's just fucking great. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving Doom. Like I hope to have it done for the next show. Certainly before the Switch comes out, because otherwise it might go away. But I'm loving every second of it. I'm still getting that excitement going into every battle at the moment, and that's a really good sign, because that's not what I had with Eternal. I would go into a battle and go, oh, for fuck's sake, it's these guys. That's really annoying. Whereas here, I'm like, yeah, fucking bring them on, man.
I also really had that thing with this of like, I finished a level and I was just like, oh, I could play the next one now.
Yeah, just
and
do a little bit more.
Which is,
do a little bit
which
more.
definitely wasn't the case with Eternal. Have you upgraded the weapons much? Because the super shotgun fully upgraded is really nice to use.
Yeah, that's what I want to upgrade.
Yeah.
That's my next focus. Yeah, I think the upgrading stuff is a little bit. It's not stingy, but you do get to a point where it's like, I don't really care what I'm upgrading here, because it might be a weapon that I don't use that much or I don't particularly like. And it's like, well, you can upgrade this one if you want. And you go, okay.
I mean, you can save all that stuff up. And then, I just saved it until I had enough. And it was like, but then later on, like, you come across a lot more, like, golden stuff in general play. So you can start to upgrade a lot more stuff.
That's good
which is a lot better.
Here, because obviously I'm still relatively early on, and I was finding... There's like a couple of times where I'd find one of those upgrade stations. And I'm like, oh, shit, amazing. And then I would open it up, and it's like, can't afford anything.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Which is
That happens a lot
partly
at the
on me
start.
for not going out of my way to find secrets and stuff. But then on a first run, I'm not going to really do that, am I? Like, I want to just charge through and fight stuff.
And that's the thing, because like the first third of the game is kind of a bit like that. Like you are kind of underpowered, I think, for like quite a lot of it, and then it kind of takes off as you get more cash.
Yeah, when you get the
more
shield
upgrades.
runes,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Which shield rune do you use?
The lightning one. Have
I
you
do.
come
I
across
used
that
the
yet?
one with the turret over the back. Over
that's
the back.
pretty
That's
good as well.
fucking great. That one.
Yeah.
I'm loving Doom. Matt, you got it on your list as well.
I literally play like another hour or so, but I mean, yeah, it still feels fantastic. So like that's literally everything we've got to say so far, because I haven't got far enough in. But you say it's only like 13 hours long, James?
I don't know, 13, 14 hours. I think I can't remember. It's not long. It's not a long game, like at all.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah,
If you just mainline it and don't bother with secrets and stuff.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm interested to see how long I've played it for, but
As a big bit of secrets, is that often the unlocks you'll get as a result of?
Yeah, it's mostly just for gold and stuff like that that then you can use for that stuff. But yeah, or there's lore that you can collect, but I never really bothered doing that, because who cares? Because the story is dreadful. It's
really?
And quite intrusive as well at points.
it can be.
I found that odd, because especially like starting the game, I was like, is this a new story, or is this supposed to be the same continuity? Because obviously it's the Dark Ages.
It's
but they have
prequel.
tech,
It's
and
a
just-
prequel.
It is an actual, right?
Yeah, it's
part of the
prequel to
same-
2016. Yeah.
Yeah. That's nonsense, isn't it?
I'll tell you one thing that's annoying me about this at the moment is that I'm playing on Game Pass, and I have got 10 days left on my Game Pass, and I don't know how you guys feel about this. Maybe I'm being a dick, but every time I launch the game, several times throughout the game,
Yep.
I get a full page screen of going, it's running out in 9 days, so
Bad, isn't
click
it?
here to
That's shit.
roll up.
Really?
Yeah,
shit.
I'm paying for the service still. Yet you're now putting this on every time I load the game for the next 10 days just to piss me off.
Yeah.
But I'm not happy with that. I think that's fucking bollocks,
Like,
to be honest with you.
Like being really generous, you could say, well, it would annoy me if I forgot that it was going to run out, and then I load it up one day and it was like, oh, it's run out, and I need to fuck around paying before I can play games again. So a heads up is fine.
But you'll normally get an email if you're like if you're in the renewal period of a service like a Netflix.
There's so many
But
less
full
intrusive
screen?
ways to do it. But yeah,
Imagine
full
Netflix
sync
did
every
that.
time. It's like every time you load a Game Pass game as well, and it's like, oh, 5 days, mate. Come on.
Yeah, you'll lose this and all your
Yeah.
other games.
Imagine if you're in the
don't-
middle of a Netflix movie and like
Yeah.
full page. Hey, you're renewing. Got to renew soon, mate. You're gonna watch the end of this movie.
Yeah,
if you're not
I don't
careful.
think that's on. Actually, I think that's fucking horseshit.
shit.
The
And
full
then
page
we'll get a
adverts are
mess-
crazy anyway. Honestly,
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't
they
had
really
too
are.
many, but when you see me, like, Jesus, it really is in my face.
Well, it's not even that. It's the fact that you have to click through it to get to the game that you want to play. Yeah, it's mate. I don't like that at all. But there you go.
Mine
It's
also
more
runs
than
out.
a
In,
minute.
mine runs out in June. I guess I will re-up, but it's not a slam dunk like it was a few years ago. Obviously,
See, for me, it's more just to use the online aspect of games.
that's the thing.
you know
I'm
what I mean?
gonna need it anyway for that stuff. So yeah.
I mean, Game Pass has had a really good run, but yeah,
Oh, it's had a great few
now
months, yeah.
looking a bit.
See, that's the
Right,
thing.
going forward.
Like, because
Well, I don't know. I mean, Tony Hawk and other stuff is coming. It's
That's
just.
true. The Alters isn't too far away. I'm really excited.
Oh
about
yes,
that.
yeah. Oh, is that console Game Pass or just PC?
Oh, I thought it was console. Yeah, I've definitely got
Oh.
it preloaded on console. So.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I got Tony Hawk already downloaded, ready to go, and there's probably
See,
other things as well.
I'm thinking I'm not going to renew when it mine expires. But then, you know, if stuff comes out, I can always renew for a month. You know, and just play whatever I want for a month. I just don't.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
not
Yeah, but
into-
I mean that's a lot more expensive, isn't it, in the long run?
Yeah, but not if I'm only going to renew it like once or twice a year. You know, like rather than like every month.
Yeah.
You know, because it's gone up, hasn't it? Is it gone up? It hasn't gone up in price, but there's no deals or offers anymore so much as there were before.
Yeah, I think it's you have to just actually. Pay.
Well, I mean, it still does the same stacking thing, but now it's only 2 to 1. It's 2 to 1, I think. Oh no, or maybe like 2/3. It used to be like 1 to 1. Like, you know, if you had 3 years of Xbox Live Gold, that would convert to 3 years of Game Pass Ultimate, and we all did that, I guess, at the beginning. If you knew like the trick, and now I think it's 2/3 or something. So.
Oh, well, I mean, I just get mine from CD Keys anyway. It always works out cheaper. Just get a couple of vouchers or whatever and then put that in. I will re-up because, as you say, Tony Hawk's, there'll always be games coming to Game Pass that I enjoy playing. Plus, it covers me for my online play, so it will get done. But yeah, it's just a little minor gripe with that service. Sean, what else have you got?
Speaking of Game Pass, I'm actually playing this on Steam, but it is on Game Pass. Monster Train 2. So I was a big fan of the first Monster Train. If you're not familiar, it is a roguelike deck builder. I don't really
You okay, James?
get anything from the... It's all right, he's just not listening, it's all right.
I was just thinking out to see how much Game Pass costs.
Yeah, the general theming of it. So the first game was, all the devils have been kicked out of hell and now they're fighting their way back in. And this one is, they've tried to add a bit more of a story to it, which, whatever. And this time it's like, some other thing. I think it's the Titans have taken over heaven. So now the angels and the demons are working together to fight their way back into heaven this time. And they do it on a big train because that's how, I don't know, that's how it's done apparently.
That's how you get there.
It is. And it it inherently, like, it looks kind of silly because it's this train that has like 3 floors. So it's just this like tower, right, on a train. And it looks a bit daft. But the way it works is every round, enemy units appear on the bottom floor, and then every round they make their way up, and they're trying to get to this energy source, the pyre at the top of the train, right? You're trying to protect it. So you're every round you get a hand of cards, you're placing units, casting spells or whatever. And it's like any good roguelike deck builder, it's about building little machines, right? Little sort of like going, all right, shit, so if I use this spell on this guy, that triggers this effect, which then will do this, and if I put this unit here, that'll do that, and the numbers just go up and up and up and up, and it feels fucking great, right? It's really good. As I say, I was a big fan of the first one. This one, it does have a whiff of, could this have been more DLC? Like, it's like visually, it's near indistinguishable from the first game. I do think they've added enough to warrant the extra expense. I mean, it's as I say, it's on Game Pass. I paid 18 quid for it or something on Steam. And it's all like, there's all new factions to play with, and you choose like every run you do. One thing that's interesting about it is obviously having spent a lot of time on Balatro for example. That's very much like you make a couple of decisions before you start a run, but it's very much like just seeing what comes up and trying to work with it and working out a build as you go. This is a bit more right. You're making more decisions before a run even starts. You're choosing you choose two factions you want to play as. One is your main one, one's like a support one. That affects what units you have, what cards you have. And there's like 5 different factions to choose from, so different combinations of them will play in different ways. You also there's like different pyres to choose from, which have different effects as well. So you're kind of setting up a run with an idea of what you want to try and achieve with it sort of mechanically, rather than it just being completely random. Which I think there's swings and roundabouts to that, because there's less of the joy of winging it like there is with something like Balatro, but there is more of you're less likely to just have a shit run because you didn't get the cards you needed and you're just going to die, right? Yeah, I've spent loads. I think I spent about 15 hours on it this week. It's been, it's really, really good.
Nice.
It's not it's not like, oh, if you've never enjoyed one of these before, this will sell you on it. It probably won't. If you're the sort of person who doesn't normally like this kind of thing and you really enjoyed Balatro and that sort of got you into it, and maybe you want to try something else, I would certainly say give this a go. Just as I say, I don't get much from the aesthetic of it. The soundtrack, some of it's all right, some of it's a bit naff, but mechanically it's just rock solid. And as I say, just the joy of having a bit of a plan and then seeing it work and and implementing it is just really, really enjoyable. And then as I say, then you constantly unlocking new stuff, new cards, new factions, whatever, and if you are into this sort of thing, your head will just be whirring away, just being like, oh shit, that means I can do this, and that means now I've got this faction, I'd combine it with this, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, really good, really enjoyable.
This looks like it's really suited to handheld as well.
Yes, it's been really
I think I'd be less inclined to play this on desktop or TV, but on handheld it looks like it's perfect for spending half an hour.
Yeah, I think they did a phone version of the first one.
I was going to ask you if you think this will work well on phones, but
yeah, I think it totally would. I'm pretty sure this is on Switch as well. So yeah, good.
See, we can relate to it now because of Balatro. So we're all over
built
it.
bridges.
We're all in that.
If it's on Switch 2, maybe it's a Switch 2 game I can get. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Clutching at straws.
Yes, I'm desperate. once I've smashed through Welcome Tour, David, in 7 minutes, then what am I going to do with myself? Oh, apart from me and James on
check out the camera.
Yeah, we'll be cameraing left, right, and centre, mate. Me and you.
Yep. Last one. This will be another relatively quick one. I went back to Helldivers 2 this week because
That was a good game, wasn't it?
It's a very good game. Weird going back to it now after quite a lot of time off, though. Which is my
What's
fault.
that?
Was it more complex than you remember, or just?
Well, yeah. So, for one thing, because the major development this week has been that the Illuminate have invaded Super Earth. So now you're doing missions on Super Earth.
Oh wow, that's great!
It's fucking nuts. You're like in like cities and there's
I watched the trailer for whatever the new expansion's called, and it looks awesome.
It's insane. And this is just like a free update. This isn't like paid for. There's obviously the constant churn of like new sort of equipment and stuff you can pay to unlock. But yeah, I didn't realize they'd added like a Call of Duty style like weapon perks system. So now you can customize your guns and change parts around and edit, change the stats and what have you. I didn't know that was a thing. I've like it's given like fair play. It's given me a load of resources from like. There's is it the major orders, those like missions that the community can put together? Yeah. So I logged in and it was just like, here's a shitload of points. I was like, all right, nice one.
Oh yeah, I remember doing that when we did one of our streams. I was like, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Yeah, but what's really good about that is that it does that thing where it's like, if you leave it for like a certain amount of time, it will build up.
Yeah.
But there's a limit, so you can't just like leave it for a year and then get
be a millionaire.
A whole lot. But yeah, just super interesting. Just doing one of these missions on Super Earth, and because I've not fought any of the Illuminate enemies. Apparently, there's like a load of new ones because the Illuminate have been sort of around for a while. But then this week it was like, no, they've invaded for real now, and there's so like loads of different enemy types. It was really stressful because it was like enemies I wasn't used to in an environment that I wasn't used to because it wasn't just open, wasteland or whatever. Like it was in a city. Really, really weird. But I would love to play it again with any of you guys if you're keen. I know.
Yeah, I still got it installed.
Yeah, we should sort that out. I know people in the Discord still play it every so often.
Yeah,
as well.
it was so good when we did that. Was it a stream? With stream we
It
did,
was a
wasn't
stream,
it?
yeah.
That's so good.
Really good.
I like that game.
Yeah. So yeah, fair dues to it. Did you see this stuff? I think we might mention this on the show, but there was a news story where they were like, "Yeah, we'll probably self-publish our next game." To be honest,
Oh,
Yeah, I
really?
did see that.
I don't think it was like necessarily. Obviously, I know they've had some friction with PlayStation, right, with the PSN ID stuff and what have you. And yeah, I guess they've made enough money off this to be like, yeah, we'll just.
Yeah, and maybe
does
they
make
want
you
to release on
wonder.
Xbox, and they're like Sony saying, "No, you can't."
Well, that's
so
what I was going to say.
Maybe they
I
want a
do-
larger
no
new
need to call
audience.
them that. But I do wonder whether. Do you remember there was all those rumors about? Oh no, it's going to be announced for Xbox,
Yeah.
and that's got some traction. I do wonder if that was someone from the dev team trying to get it out there to
Just
try
to
and
see if it
force the-
sticks, like see if people are interested.
Yeah, it's only come out in February 2024. I was like, well, mate, one of it's a 2-year like exclusivity window, or
Maybe.
'cause it will come out
Or
surely at some
18
point.
months. You never know.
Maybe it's a right for a Summer Game Fest announcement. I don't know.
But yeah,
All right,
good game. That's it.
it's a good game. That's all you got, is it? Okay, James, you got anything else for us?
Yeah, I mean, me and Matt finished Split Fiction last
Matt and
Friday.
I.
Yeah, whatever. Me and Matt finished Split Fiction on Friday not Friday, on Saturday, wasn't it? We
Yes, it
finished
was Saturday. Yeah, special Saturday
It
stream.
doesn't matter what day it was, but what do you think?
It does matter, actually, David.
It does, mate.
I think it does.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, overall, I thought it was great, but I still don't think it's as good as It Takes Two. I don't think it's as coherent like throughout, and I don't think it's as consistently brilliant throughout either. Mostly because I think there are parts of the game where it kind of sags a bit and goes on too long, particularly that section with the dragons, which went on for ages and wasn't particularly very interesting. And I've got kind of weird mixed feelings about it because the final section is brilliant and really clever and was really, really enjoyable. But it's just, I don't know, I felt it was missing something that It Takes Two had. It's good,
Yeah.
but it's not. I don't think it's Game of the Year good.
Yeah, It Takes Two felt special. I mean, maybe that was not that we hadn't had co-op games. We had a Way Out before from them, but it felt very new and unique in so many ways. And maybe this is less impactful for more you and I because we've seen it before already. And also
That's a dig.
well, no, I think because I know it. What it was it? Yeah, maybe
No,
it was a
because you
dig.
said you and I after Dave
Yeah.
corrected.
Oh right, yeah. Just how you say it, isn't it? But yeah, so maybe it's that. I don't know, but I mean, I thought it was great, but probably no more than great. And yeah, and as James said, and as David said, and Sean maybe before, the last hour was just incredible. Like we were like, holy shit, it's doing this, and that last hour was just a brilliant hour of playing a game. But
It just felt like it got a bit too long to get there. If you know what I mean, like if it had been a bit of a shorter game, I think it would have been more
but
impactful.
I worried that obviously we streamed
Yeah,
this
I
every
do
week,
wonder
and
if
there was
that
a massive
was-
6-week gap. I think maybe if you and I just played it like in a week, maybe smashed out like 4 or 5 sessions in a week, we might have a totally different view on this. But I think maybe
Yeah,
we
John and I
dragged
did
it
in
out.
about 2 weeks. It didn't feel like it dragged too much. I don't
Maybe-
think that.
I mean,
See, the problem was, right, I think part of the problem was that you were told that it was going to take you 2 streams from someone that didn't know what they were talking about, Capone Adam. I think it was getting to the point where you're like, especially not the stream you just did, but the stream before where you were doing all the dragon stuff. You were like, well, no, we've got to finish this tonight. So the longer it was going on, the more focused you were on the fact that it wasn't getting to the end
Yeah.
of the dragon bit, and you're trying to push through and think, well, come on, we need to get this done tonight. I think that has an impact in it. Totally agree with you. I think It Takes Two is better, but I will say that last hour is one of the best things I've done in a game. It's up there, like it's like top 10 moments for me. Like, and have you gone back and watched your stream again?
no.
No.
Watch it.
I mean, also,
'Cause
I
when
mean,
you
Any
watch it
particular
again,
particular
it's-
moment?
Just from the moment that the good stuff starts, right the way through to the end. But because you're focusing on playing, you can't take in everything that it's doing. And then when you watch it back, you're like, fucking hell, I didn't even notice that. That is insane. That's what I did. I watched the last hour. The next morning after I finished it, I watched the last hour again, and I was like, fuck. I appreciated it at the time, but watching what it does visually throughout makes you go, that takes it even to the next level. Like, it is incredible. It is incredible. And I know what you're saying. Is it Game of the Year? No, there are better games that I've played this year. Is it in the discussion for the pod as the top 14 game, the top 16 games for the year? I mean, at the moment it is. I can't see it being knocked out for me. I think that's... I think it does enough to be in that conversation for sure.
I mean, I need to play it again, and like Asher and I are going to play it together, and that'll be fun. So
yeah, I'm playing it with Charlie at the moment, and we're really enjoying it. I am a little bit worried, a little bit concerned that he's going to get way too hard for him, but he's already done a lot of really hard stuff. You know, we've done the dragon bit, so we just finished the dragon stuff. And the boss fight at the end of that is not easy, but it gave enough moments where it was like. In fact, actually, the bit we've struggled with the most is the rowing bit. You know, when you're on the rowboat.
Oh yes, yeah, and you got like one.
There's a bit towards the end where you have to get through this really narrow gap, and he just couldn't wrap his head around. If you row left, the boat goes right, and if you row right, the boat goes left. But then nor could John Denton, so
or James Farley.
But there's no way it makes it. Oh, was he rough at that as well?
No, I mean, it was a tricky section. I mean, I think in the last stream, James struggled with holding buttons down, didn't you, James?
No, there was. You didn't. Have you seen that bit of our stream, David?
I've seen a few bits. Right, the one that got me was the bit where you had to rotate something, and the icon was a Y and it was flashing.
Yeah.
And James just stopped doing it.
Yeah, there was.
Matt went, so no, I think you've got to keep tapping. He was like, oh, have you? Okay. And I'm like, James,
yes, it's the same button icon we've seen for the whole game.
There was another bit where there was this thing like you were being attacked by these
we were on the water
things.
in a raft. And I had the ability to be able to fire a portal essentially on a flat bit of like stone and pull us through the water, but at the same time we were being attacked by a really annoying
really
enemy.
Irritating. Yeah,
I was trying to like drag the boat around to get away from it, and James's one job was to kill this enemy. And we were both getting shot to death. We're like death. Like, what's happening here? You're like, this can't be how it was designed. It's like, no, it wasn't.
It wasn't yet, because it just turned out that I'd forgotten that you had to hold down the button until they just exploded, and so I just kept on just like hammering the button so they weren't exploding, and we were just being continuously attacked. Yeah. It was terrible, but you know.
What is the matter with you? I'm trying to find that bit with the. I think this is it here actually. That bit with. Oh, did you see the? Did you see the Did you meet two characters from the previous games that they worked on?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't see you do that. Was there that whole conversation? Did you sit and listen to the conversation? John and I went straight up and pressed the button because we didn't know what it was for, and literally the character turned around and went, "Hi there," and then exploded, and it was like. So I had to go. I was like, "What was that all about?" And I went back, and it was like a big Easter egg thing.
It's pretty cool, that bit.
The other thing that
because I didn't realise when James was like, they're the characters from. Oh, okay, that's good. Nice little touch.
There's you know when you get those like ghost bird things, where you control them by whistling at them, and I mean, for those of you that know John Denton, he cannot stand irritating sounds. So the moment we got,
and yet he's friends with David Turner. It doesn't really make sense. Does it?
Right, get this. So this is a clip from us playing it. Yeah.
Splendid.
Ready? I was just hammering the button to make it do things so that it would make that whistling sound. And John at one point just stopped and went, "Seriously, shut the fuck up because I cannot handle that." I think I enjoyed it more than you guys. I think it helped that we did it within like a 2-week period rather than drag it out as long as we did. And obviously doing it on stream and expecting it to end in that second stream that you did recently. it was kind of like, yeah, well, you're sort of setting yourself up for frustration more than anything.
Yeah, the
we've
momentum might have
just-
been killed a bit.
We were just 90 minutes from the end.
Yeah. Constantly 9
Always
minutes.
90
Yeah.
minutes in the end.
Yeah.
But definitely go back and watch that last bit again because it is incredible. The bit where
Yeah.
everything spins around
Yeah.
is like,
that's
holy shit.
There's some really
how
great
is that
things.
even
I don't think.
possible?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this done before, and yeah, it was
No,
great.
yeah, I mean, definitely not. Have you seen it yet? Did you watch a video of it, Sean?
No, well, I had to sort of catch myself because I was like, oh yeah, they're going to finish the game tonight. I should probably tune in and watch. I was like, no, that's the one stream I shouldn't watch because that's the one bit I don't want spoiled for me.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're not playing it with anyone though, are you?
I'm going to play it with New, hopefully. That's the plan.
Oh, okay, cool.
By year's end.
It's fucking great. Yeah, really, really good. I'm loving life.
I'd probably still, if I was to give a review, I'd probably give it a 7.5 or maybe an 8 at a push.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, I think that's about right. But I would say more of an 8 than a 7.5. I think 7.5 is quite harsh. I would have it as an 8, not quite a 9. But
No.
I'd give
Yeah.
it 3 Gs.
What would you give it out of 10, James?
Probably an 8. I think I'd probably
Yeah, I
give it
think
an 8.
about an 8. That's enough to get on the Game of the Year show for sure. I reckon we'll find
Nah.
out at the end of the year.
Over
won't
a
we?
dead body.
Well,
Why? Why would you not have it on? Why would you be against it?
I just want to kill every game in round 1, David.
Okay. Right, okay. Anyone else got any other games written down? I think that's everything, isn't it?
we're
No,
good.
I've got nothing.
Bloody hell. Let's get on to questions and wrap this one up.
If you want to send us a question, go to tcgs.co/Dear TCGS. Maria Mendiette has done that. It said, Dear TCGS, could you speak up, dearie? I've been drinking in all the split fiction sessions between Matt and James for the camaraderie. In particular, I enjoy seeing the camera document the nuances of their bond as friends and co-hosts grow with each session, particularly the reaction to Matt straying off in the wrong direction. If you
Yeah, it
could
happens.
document an aspect of the work culture at TCGS Co, what would you hope to capture and share with your public for posterity? Keep up the stellar works.
Oh, what, like something that we all do when we work together? Oh, I don't... I don't know. I like the fact that James always tries... Oh, James has just broken his mic.
Oh my god! He actually
Look at that.
pulled it off the
What's that?
fucking- No, it's
Come on,
fine,
James.
he's fixed
No,
it,
it's
he's
fine. It's
fixed
because
it.
I've got to the stage of the show where I like to lean back, right?
Oh, where you
Yeah,
check out.
it's
Yeah,
really
check out
fucking
the
annoying
checkout
when
So I
you're
stage.
thought
Yeah.
what I'd do is I'd move the microphone so you don't moan about me not being next to the microphone. But I accidentally
that is a-
lifted it too high.
That's an
I love the
incredible
fact- I
idea,
love the-
James.
I love the fact that the logic there is not... I'm going to move the microphone so that my audio is good. The logic is I'm going to move my microphone so that you don't moan to me about my audio.
That is
Like
James's only motivation for doing anything is not getting shouted at.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
yeah, I don't. I
The
don't
work
know.
culture.
I mean, could we expose the fact that we're mostly actually nice to James? That's probably.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we
there's
love
also-
James.
There is also we are all very fucking lazy in some regard, aren't we? Because again, we're doing this fucking. Joe turned around to me the other day. She said, "Have you got any TCGS bonus stuff to do this week?" I said, "Yeah, we got the video show to do. When are you doing that tomorrow?" She's like, "Why do you always leave it to the end of the month?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
It is
'Cause
annoying.
none of us can be
It'd be,
bothered
how
to-
good would it be? Like week 1, bang, both things done. But
Yeah, but
life
you-
gets in
no,
the way,
that's-
doesn't it?
There were a few times.
Just spread it out a bit.
There have been a few times where we left one really late and they were like, right, let's just fucking do the rest. Let's do next month like really quickly, and then it's just done, and then we don't have to think about it for like 4 weeks, and we just stopped doing that for some reason.
Yeah, that there's not actually. In fact, actually, it's one of those things where if you were to see what our WhatsApp groups were like and all the, you just think, fucking hell, these guys are boring, middle-aged men who have a grudge with the world.
Are you?
And that's
Am
pretty
I
much
included
it.
in that? Or?
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I think the work culture is pretty good. It's not as toxic as it might seem, and very, very few complaints to the police. So
So we wanna make money off appearing toxic.
good point.
We're
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah, I mean, loads of work is shared out a bit more, and it's all good. having a lovely old time. I mean, obviously James doesn't edit the
Although-
show, so or publish or
publish
do
it,
the
or-
Patreon stuff, or do a lot of things actually. But apart from that, it's really shared out between us three.
I like the fact that Sean, when James said that he was he's off for a month, Sean just
Summer
went, right,
vacation.
fine, but can we share out the news this time? I just
Rotate
don't
the
want to
news,
be the replacement news guy every time. Well, I was like, okay,
It's hard
sure.
work, and I give James full credit for having to do that most weeks because it's fucking annoying. Right, Ian Lee, if you've heard
Who?
of him, says I've been
I have
watching
not.
The Last of Us TV
Oh, the
show.
presenter of Rise.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he got punched by.
Fucking
the
hell, here we
bandwagon.
go.
I've never played either of the games, so every episode is approximately 60 minutes of joy, wonder, and discovery. Or it was until David Turner sent me a text message with 3 huge spoilers in it. To be honest, there doesn't seem to be any point in watching the rest now. My question is, when has David Turner spoilt something for you? And when I say something, I mean anything. Maybe a film, a meal, or a Monday evening.
Did you say Last of Us TV show? Or did I talk over you?
I said Last of Us.
Yeah, you said it. Boys, this is for you. I can't,
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
can't
just
sit
thinking-
back and hope that-
I'll have to look at my notes.
I don't think Dave's ever spoiled anything for me.
No, I'm really good with that stuff,
Yeah.
usually. No, it was just one of those things. Ian sent me, right, so basically, well, I know, because if I talk about it, then it could potentially be a spoiler for someone listening. Yeah, I thought he'd seen something in the show that I hadn't seen yet, and I was like, oh, that's that bit, not realising that he was talking about something else.
No.
Because he got the song wrong. He was basically saying, oh, David, look, they're doing that bit. If I ever was to lose you. And I was driving home, so I sent him a voice note going, oh, yeah, so that means they must have done that or whatever. But it turns out she was singing Aha, wasn't she? Take On Me.
Yeah, in there.
So it
Yeah,
was completely
Ah,
different.
no.
So if anything, it was Ian's fault.
he's
and
bought
also-
for himself, really.
I'm wondering whether he's put approximately 60 minutes of joy. I don't know if he's put that because of the discussion we had. If this came through before the discussion we had the other day.
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was that much of a controversial opinion.
Do you hate
guys
60-minute shows?
No, I just said I prefer it when shows are 30 minutes long because then I could just watch an episode. Lovely old job.
Yeah.
60 minutes is a commitment.
Yeah, but some things demand that. Like, I
2/3 of a
couldn't.
film.
Yeah, but like for complex shows, half an hour would be like it'll fly by if you're like you barely got started before it's the end, and so for those kinds
Only
of
Fools and Horses, 24
think-
minutes, complex as you ever find, mate.
okay, you got me there.
I think it was the way you were sort of like quite strident about it, and it reminded my dad whenever like a film is longer than 90 minutes, how he just doesn't want to watch it. It just felt a bit like that.
I respect
Yeah.
that. I'm all right with it.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you
sorry,
what,
we're on a show where you constantly go, oh, I love it when a game is like fucking 8 hours long. I fucking love it.
I never said that.
Matt, you always talk about that. So
Yeah, I
fuck
do
off.
love a short game.
So what's the difference then?
Um,
But some games are complicated. The complication of the game is actually requires
Got you
the
there.
extra.
no, I think they're different things
that
because
is what you
an
talk and
episode,
look like, Matt. He's got you.
an
I
episode can have
think
like
differently to you because I understand.
I think
cinema.
Matt, is David spoiling this section of the show for you right now?
He's spoiling
Yeah.
Monday evening. That's for
He's
sure.
ruined this question for me. I mean, like, but like for a game, you can choose how long to play those sessions to so you feel fully ingratiated in it. You're in like the rhythm of the game. Whereas a TV show, half an hour for like sometimes that's like it's just too quick. I do get what you mean. Shorter, you can see more. But I think like something like The Wire.
Sorry.
I need an
I
hour.
do know what you mean, shorter, so you can see more. What does that mean?
I mean,
Matt? I don't think
yeah,
you
what's-
do
what's-
know what I mean.
What does that mean? Hang on,
Shorter,
give me a minute.
so you can see more.
I'm such a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Oh God, Matt.
about
What does that mean?
time.
It doesn't matter what I meant. That's for me to know, and you find out actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pro 60 minutes, but also I don't mind a 3.5 hour movie, so I'm maybe a sicko.
No, see, for me, it's literally because because Joe will want to watch an episode of something, and I want to watch the whole episode. I don't want to stop mid-episode of
That's
anything.
right. Joe does half episodes.
yeah,
doesn't she?
I do get that.
She's quite happy to do pause halfway through an episode, or I'll go, Joe, are you sure you want to watch this tonight? Because it's an hour long, it's 9:30, And Julia, yeah, I'll be fine. 10 minutes here, I'm looking over, she's asleep. And I can't, I'm like, right, pause it, turn it off. And then,
On that point, I totally get it. When I was in a family home and it was like 9, it's like, well, this is an hour. I was like, well, we can't watch it. It's too late now. I was like, it's not too late. It's 9. It's like an hour. Now it's too late. We should have started this at 8 o'clock. Like, oh. So I do get that. You know, if it's half an hour, maybe we could have watched more TV shows. But
exactly. And if it's shorter, you can see more. So
you can see more episodes. This is what I was maybe trying to say. Yeah, shorter so you can see more.
The next question
see more. Sorry.
comes from.
Feed me, Seymour.
What
That's
was your one?
that's Little Shop of
Hold on, what
Horrors.
was your one?
Little Shop of Horrors.
What was
Okay.
my what?
Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me,
I
Seymour.
thought, David, you
Oh,
were
yeah.
going Simpsons, right?
Yeah, I went Simpsons. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. He's just had a different reference. He's all right.
Yeah,
He's all right.
better.
All the different references.
Better
Better
improved.
than The Simpsons?
Yeah. Little Shop of Horrors,
All
mate.
right. Okay.
It's a plant that eats everyone.
Yeah, we know what it is, mate.
What Simpsons ever done for popular culture? Exactly. Next question, Sean.
The next question comes from Tom Roomba, but only once I've checked there's nothing wet on the floor.
Ooh.
It says, Dear TCGS, you know the sound that line bikes make when someone is stealing them? This one. Right, I'm
No,
gonna
go
play this
on.
off my phone. Yeah? I've never heard that.
That is great. Put a beat. Put some maybe drum and bass shit behind that.
Well. It continues. Whenever I hear it, which is quite a lot because I live in one of those bits of London that sitcom characters in the 1980s were moving out of, I can't help thinking of this and singing the synth bass part that comes in at 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Bang on.
Someone make a mashup. I bet someone has done. That's quite a good beat.
It's from. Hang on, I'm gonna have to pause it because I will just sit and listen to the whole thing. So that's from Last Ninja 2. It's by Matt Gray and it's a fucking banger. He went on to be like a respectable like dance music producer. Apparently, I had no
Who'd
idea.
have thought it?
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, it's a fucking really good song. Sorry, I should read out the rest of the comment, shouldn't I? Are there any noises that you hear in real life that make you think of something from a game or otherwise force you to confront what a dweeb you are? Peace and love.
Yes. So when I was working at XR Games, we had these Dyson hand dryers, and this isn't gonna make sense. I might have the video. Okay, basically, skip to the end. I thought it sounded exactly like the elites in Halo, where they're, or maybe it's just where your shield recharges, like the whoom sound. Yeah. And
yeah,
I'm such a
that's
loser
the
that I
shield
went into the
restart,
toilets, I recorded it, and then also put like the Halo one, and it sounded basically exactly the same. My comment was Dyson Air, but it's like every time I dried my hands, it was like boom. It just reminded me of Halo.
This is kind of the other way around, but comedian and actor M Humble, she was in I Think She'd Leave. I think She'd Leave. Fucking Thank Goodness You're Here. Same thing. She was in that. She's really good in it, and I'd already followed her on Instagram and stuff. She years ago did a video that was like musicals, like all musicals that are set in the north of England, right? And it was like her going through a series of like parodies, and one of them is she's like, "What am I going to do when Mum and Dad find out that I don't want to work down the mines?" And whenever I'm playing Minecraft with Isaac and I'm going underground, I say that. I'm going down the mine every fucking time. Can't help it. It's just an earworm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think. That's a bit harsh, James.
What?
That's just a bit harsh, I thought.
Well, not intentionally. Go on.
Okay. Okay. We used to have a bread bin that used to slide open bread bin, and it used to make like a. It was like that. Was that? It was like that sort of sound. It was like this is like every door opening in a first person shooter from like the early 2000s, like Half-Life and all that. It's like that. Do you know that sound? So
Yeah,
that's the slight. Yeah, it sounded just like that, and it made me think of doors in Half-Life. That's my answer. All right, you're shitting on everyone else, James. What's your answer, mate? Go on.
I think because one of the things we have here that happens fairly regularly, I think at least every 2 weeks, is like these sirens go off here because it's like they're like testing like the audio equipment or something. I don't know. It's also because this is like a flood alert area, like potentially. So they have these sirens go off.
What audio equipment?
I don't know. Like, you know,
The fuck are you talking about, James? Do you know what? We're going to find out at some point that he's not even living in Germany.
100%.
you know, it's like a like air raid siren sound like goes off, and it's like seriously, it's about every 2 weeks it goes off, and it's because it's supposed to alert us, I think, to the potential of flooding, but it's mostly because they're just testing.
Well, it's
it.
good to know that if that alert does go off, you'll know exactly what to do and how to
Yeah.
respond.
Yeah, the boy who cried flood.
I'm fine because I'm on like the 4th floor, so I'm not really that bothered.
Okay, so you'll just be trapped up there.
Yeah.
There's some siren
Meanwhile-
going off. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine.
Meanwhile, kids' bedrooms on the ground floor. But,
I
I found that.
just-
Oh, go on. Sorry,
No,
James.
it just reminds me of like of Half-Life, like the like that beep beep beep, sort of noise from that. It reminds me a bit of that. But yeah,
So many things to do. I've actually found the video I recorded of a Dyson that sounds, I think, at the end a little bit like the Halo Shield recharging.
Go on, then.
This has an offensive start because you're listening to a hand dryer.
what are you doing far?
No, it's the other way, isn't it?
Well, it's just
I
that
can
bit
see
at the
what you're
end.
saying, but-
It's like, it just hang on, one more. Oh, for
Go on.
fuck's sake.
Jesus, is that it, James?
That bit at the end, just
That
makes
sounds
me
like
think of Halo.
When you're shitting on mine, David, I mean that's
What? That literally fucking sounds like. Okay, hang on. Find a video of the Halo Shield. That sounds like the Halo Shield recharging.
To be honest.
I've just found a video of the siren that they use for flood. Is it that?
no, it's not that.
Oh, right, okay. What is it then? I bet it's not. I bet it's not even what you think it is.
Is it the one that goes like the charging of
how's it go?
the
Go on.
suit?
What's the sound? What's the sound? What does it sound like?
I said it
What
was
does it sound like?
did, yeah, that kind of sound. Yeah.
That's
Look,
incredibly Half-Life.
next time it happens, which will probably be in about a week, I'll record it for you. All right?
Go on, yes, please.
Yeah.
Did.
I don't think it's going to beat this though, James. Come on.
Oh, that's
You
right. No, I
farting
did, I
that?
did kind of hear it.
No, I think it clicked. It clicked. I don't know how.
No,
I don't
you
know.
fart in that.
I don't fart in that, David.
You do. Play again.
I love the
No,
idea
it's-
that you did fart and then you were like, and that's the recording done.
Well, no, that's it. Done. Look,
Do it again. Listen.
that's not a fart. It's clean. Someone's come out of a bathroom, I imagine. In fact, I think someone did come out of a bathroom, and I turned round. I was like, "Yeah, I'm just recording this. Don't worry about it.
Yes, it sounds like
Don't ask
Halo.
questions. It's for work purposes. I
Normal,
promise."
and it sounds like Halo. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to get 4 laughing emojis for this.
Okay. Next question, please.
5 on a good day.
Phil Wall says, question, what is the best video game bear? Thanks for all the pods and streams and stuff.
Oh, the one from Fighters Megamix, or was it Virtua Fighter? You could be a bear,
the
could
big-
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember a bear from.
You mean like Kuma? Kuma was in
Tekken.
like
Yeah.
Tekken. Yeah.
Yeah, Tekken. Yeah, I remember a
Tekken.
Tekken bear.
Oh well, I've
You've really embarrassed yourself
there.
here, David.
I also
I
thought
also-
of a better one.
I mean
Banjo.
Banjo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Banjo.
Banjo.
My
it
favourite
like
one
me?
is the one in the Simpsons arcade game where you beat it up and then it kind of flashes and it's like, it was actually a guy because we can't have you battering animals in a family-friendly arcade game. You ever seen
That
that?
was a thing. Yeah, I have seen that. I think we finished that when I think me and Harry played through the Simpsons arcade game. We might have to do that again. Holy shit, that was good. That was.
That wasn't the one you spray things purple, is it? What's the one you spray things purple?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I used to love that
You
one.
talk about Bart's Nightmare or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly.
that
I remember
Bart's
playing on my
Nightmare?
Commodore 64.
What?
I remember playing it on
The
my Commodore
Simpsons
64.
game on your Commodore 64.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's playing things
Really?
purple. Yeah, purple.
Yeah,
and
they did,
I
like-
played that so much.
I
Oh,
mean, they weren't
There
good
was a load of
versions, I
like
think,
terrible home conversions of those.
Yeah.
eat my shorts.
Just say that. MD Krabuffs says, who's the best kisser and how do you find out?
Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
Let's do it.
Get someone to kiss all 4 of us.
Ah,
Okay, cool. Who?
yeah, that's what I was thinking of as well. Actually, sure. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
that was my,
We'll
yeah,
stay by the bell.
where my head was at.
Who should we get to kiss us? I'm up for it.
Mark versus the Space Mutants.
That's the
Matt,
one,
was
yeah,
that it?
yeah.
That's who we're getting to kiss us.
No, I don't know. Oh, Now I'm thinking about it, now I'm on the spot. Oh yeah, no, because I was about to say, oh, actually, I only ever kiss my wife, so but then she'd have to kiss all you, and I ain't having that.
Oh no.
I ain't having that.
No.
Yeah, because
Inappropriate behaviour.
what if James is unbelievable?
That's true.
And it's like,
James is
oh,
going to
fuck.
steal your wife.
What if? You know
Yeah,
that
sorry.
James is
He is unbelievable, yeah.
I mean,
Guaranteed.
anyone who's willing to kiss all four of us.
Deserves a Pride of Britain award.
Well, I was going to have a word with yourself. If you're listening to this and being like, oh, well, I'd do that, you shouldn't.
Email. no. Email podcaster.
Can we move on to Kurt Lewin's question?
No, I think this is a great question.
Kurt Lewin's question is very good. Especially like the way it starts. Kurt Lewin says, a situation has developed which means that from now on, the only food you can buy and eat can only be supermarket own brand goods. Not more meals out or anything. Just the supermarket's own brand. Which supermarket do you... I just love that. A situation has developed.
What a situation.
Which supermarket do you go with? An important note before you just say Waitrose or M&S is that you're still having to pay for it all. So choosing one of those could get expensive, but maybe you think it's worth the money. Cheers.
Yeah, it's worth
Now,
the money. Monster Sparks.
Well,
Yeah, the
plus,
taste.
if
Come
we're
on.
banned from takeaways and going out for dinner or anything, I reckon cost-wise it probably evens out.
Oh yeah, God, yeah.
So I'm gonna go
Also,
Waitrose.
Marks and Spencer's chocolate isn't too bad, whereas Tesco chocolate.
I didn't mention this on the bonus show after my medical procedure, which obviously was a bit traumatic. There's a M&S food next door. I went in and spent £25 on shit to
one
eat.
sausage roll.
But I can't remember what I got now. I was in a haze.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
But did it not give you tea and toast after the procedure?
They offered it, and it felt really weird. I was like, no, it's a glass of water, thanks.
No, I assume were you nil by mouth for a bit before?
No. It's
okay.
only local anesthetic.
Like but having tea and toast or toast and coffee
I was
afterwards.
eating during.
Oh, okay. After a procedure, like when I had it after I broke my wrist. I'm not sure if you heard, I broke my wrist a couple of years ago, last year. Like,
Yes, we've heard. Yeah.
like that toast and coffee tasted unbelievably good. So I hadn't eaten for like 12 hours before.
You
So
still,
You see, I
still chasing that high, Matt.
yeah, I mean,
Like,
I've
it's just-
had to go into heroin now. It's not the
I
same.
fucked it up because I was nil by mouth for the hernia operation. I don't know if you know I had a hernia operation.
Oh, can't see going on about it.
I fucked up though because the sandwich that I ordered for when I woke up was a cheese sandwich, and my
Right.
word was that because you don't know when you're under general anaesthetic, you wake up with a very dry mouth, and trying to eat a dry up cheese sandwich after
Yeah,
that, I was like,
Why did you went just cheese?
well, it was I can't remember what the other options.
Isn't that literally the worst meal dough option on the planet?
All right,
Just-
mate, don't have a
just
go
cheese.
at me.
I'm having a go at you.
Fucking
Just cheese. You should treat yourself. I had a big operation.
No, you don't have. No, sorry, Matt. This was in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
It was their food. It
Well, tell
wasn't.
them to go somewhere else. Yeah, okay, I got that.
Down
Yeah.
to Tesco's, please. Give me a deli meat.
Give me
sub.
M&S. But yeah,
I mean-
but
I'm choosing Edeka over here because their range they have a range called Gut and Günstig, which means it's
which means shit
What does that
food.
mean?
it means it's good and cheap.
Oh, good.
But yeah,
Cool.
that's
That's brilliant.
People
We
say
haven't got
you
a
can't
reference.
you can't have it all, but you actually can.
yeah.
You can at
It's-
Edeka, yeah.
That's very much the marketing expectation.
Yeah, it has to be M&S. I mean, everything tastes good there. Fact.
Almost certain that that's the only supermarket James has tried, and that's why.
No, I've been,
Because
I've been,
can't
I've
be
been to
bothered.
Lidl. I've been to Aldi. I've been to Penny. We've got a Penny quite close by, which is really depressing. And,
well, that's shut me up then, isn't it? Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Done.
told me, boy. All right.
So
We can
did
wrap
you
this
follow
up,
in the
but
chat
yeah,
said no
the
love for
Edeka is-
co-op.
is
That is a
closer.
good point. Co-op's decent, and the
It's not M&S level though, is it?
No,
No.
co-op's no. Co-op's not even top 4. I don't think in my mind.
Yeah, I would definitely go Tesco.
I'm not sure they are. I used
over
to
that.
work for the co-op, like
yeah,
as
that's
in,
right,
yeah.
All right, are you
now he's rich.
going to expose some dark secrets?
No, it's just a bit rubbish.
Oh, okay. Not quite the expose I wanted, but you know,
No.
it's what we got.
It's not panorama worthy, is it?
No.
Eskil Wendell says, Dear TCGS, it's well known that some members of the podcast play less than universally popular games. what game you're particularly fond of would you force the other hosts to play if you could? Sincerely, regretfully, etc.
I mean, I
Outer
don't think,
Wilds.
I don't know, because I can't be bothered because I do that and it's just moaning, isn't it? If I force anybody to play something, it's like, I mean,
but
David's
you gotta
already played
just-
Shenmue.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. What game would I mean, okay, I've got a secret game that I play that I've never told you guys about.
Oh my god.
That I've played every day for about 5 or 6 years, probably
Is it-
maybe even
okay.
longer.
Is it called Threes by any chance?
No, I have told you a lot about that. No, but I I play
Candy Crush.
No, I play. Here's the music from it. Oh, that's
Oh,
weird.
is this
It's not coming
big?
up.
This isn't Big Topo Fun.
No, this is the Viz Showtime. It's so old that it has borders top and bottom because it's not been
Oh, yeah.
updated for the new phones. It's Viz.
When we say new
Showtime
phones, you mean iPhone
it's
6?
Fruit Machine. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
a fruity.
a fruit machine game, right? That's funny money. It's not real money. You don't play it with real money. And the reason why I'm obsessed with it is because your save disappears when you get a new phone. So you start from zero, and it tries to get you to buy fake money to use on this fruit machine. But I've found a way of cheating it so that you're like, I can manipulate the game in certain ways to get it always hit the £100 bonus thing. So if all the stars align in a run, then I get £100 worth of fake money. And I think when I moved over to this phone, I had £25,000 in that account, and like I'm obsessed with getting. It's got leaderboards. You've got leaderboards on
What's
it.
this game called?
It's called, what is it called?
Is it on Android?
Viz Showtime. It's called, and it's Roger. What's it called? Roger Nelly. Is that the character? And you play it. It's just a fruit machine, and you get. And I'm obsessed with it.
Doesn't have a score on
Genuinely.
Metacritic.
No, but if I go to scores, and
CNET gave it 4 out of 5.
if I go to online, you could see that I've got a really good top score. I was like top of the leaderboard for a while. In 10 minutes, I made £358 on the game in-game currency, and I've been doing this for too many years. So what I would do is ask you all to play it, I'll force you all to play it, and see if you can work out what the trick is. See if you
I'm
can
gonna
see
download
if
this.
you can manipulate it. Because what's great is that you only get £10 to start with. That's what you get, and you get £10 a day. And sometimes it takes more than £10 to do this trick. So for the first month of owning a phone, I play it every day. I go, fuck's sake, no, it hasn't quite worked out. But this was straight away. This time when I got my new phone, it was like boom, straight away, £100 jackpot. Lovely, lovely. I'm building up. I've only got £900 on it at the moment, but that'll go up.
I've searched Viz Showtime and nothing comes up.
No, it's
Is it,
available.
Does it not exist anymore?
No, it does. It's available for iOS and Android, and also HTML5 for desktop. Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me I can play it.
Well, I
on
can't find it
desktop.
on the store unless it's really far down the list.
Yeah, it says ready, steady, action. Although when it comes to the video, there's like a video and it says this content is blocked. Contact the site owner to fix the issue.
It's
Ah,
definitely
okay.
not coming up on the Google Play Store. So
Well,
maybe you need like an older phone. Maybe Dave's down.
Yeah, it's literally not coming up in the store at all.
You do realise it sounds like an illness, Dave?
Yeah, no.
Fun though.
Okay, cool.
No, I'm totally aware. But I will say though, if you go global, so you can tell how many people have been playing it. There's 66,000 people have played this game, right? And I can change it to today. There's tons of people still playing. Oh no, I say tons. 38 people still playing it today.
Just find a WhatsApp group and join that.
I was going to say,
That's
yeah, you need
something, isn't
to
it?
find these people. You need to speak to them.
Yeah,
So if
this
I
could
go
be a
to-
documentary. Finding the
go to
last
people-
38 of the Viz Showtime fans.
The people that played it this week, there's way more. There's 171, and I wonder where I am on that. I'm pretty low because I haven't won that much this week. But yeah, sort of kind of obsessed with this game that I play all the time. It's
I mean, David, the company that make it is Blueprint Gaming. It seems they've got quite a few games out. You might want to check out.
I thought they're busy with
They've also
the
got
Bloodborne
Dumb
remake.
and Dumber: Route to Riches.
that sounds class, though. To be fair, you
Yeah.
take the piss, but yeah, all over that. Yeah, so if you want to tell you what, if that sounds of any interest to you, listening, play the game and message me with what you think the trick is to try and get it. Because I'd love to know if anyone else has works it out.
Yeah, so as Faded MFC said in the chat, and I've just seen, if you search for on iOS at least, Fruity Casino fruit machines, there is an image saying Viz Showtime within that.
Yeah, so that's not the one you want.
No.
This one is literally just this
shit.
one.
I don't think it's available. I can't find it.
This company has been
You have to
prolific.
jailbreak my phone to get this
Really?
game on
What
it.
do you mean? Is it bad, James?
No, it's prolific. The amount of stuff that they've released. I mean, I think it's basically the same game but with different themes, like slapped on it.
Almost definitely. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
like a
you've
lot of
got-
fruit machines.
I mean, the Goonies, Megaway's Quest for Riches. There's quite a lot of licensed ones as well they got here, but I think it's the same thing over and over again. But there's about 500 of them.
I wonder. I'm going to try and send you a link to it, Matt. I'll see
Yeah,
if that
please do.
works because I can look at the games that I've bought.
I've downloaded
And then-
someone now, so that's it. You've got me now hooked on Fruit Machine iOS apps, which
If you-
I mean, I like Fruit Machines when I was younger. Obviously, look at me, a very addictive personality. But now, look, you've ruined me, David. Thank you.
Okay.
If you can't get that, then go for King Kong Cash or El Jackpotto.
El Jackpotto.
Okay.
El
right.
Jack
Can I
Potto.
answer the
Sorry.
question, please?
Also, yes.
If I could force the lot of you to play something, we would do weekly streams, start to finish, all four of us doing a co-op campaign of Lost Planet 2. Because it's a good game with some rough edges that was misunderstood when it came out, and I managed to play through it start to finish with my brother, but I know that a 4-player co-op campaign would be fucking sick, and I've never been able to convince anyone legitimately to do it. So if I'm allowed to force you, that would be my choice.
I never played that. I mean, that's like another IP we haven't seen for ages, have we? From Capcom.
Yeah, because
so,
they did Lost Planet 3, and it completely missed the point
Oh,
of
that's
what
one, yeah,
made
yeah.
to any. I think it's one of the ones they sort of handed off to a Western developer, and it just was not the same at all.
Too many cowboys in it. Next question, I guess.
Donald Top Trump says, what
Let's
would
make this
each-
the last one because I'm actually going to wee
Sure, 'cause
myself
the
in a minute.
question
Actually, you
after this
carry
is
on.
on someone
Wee,
called Poo in
wee.
a tin.
Yeah,
so-
I need a wee. I'll be right back.
Okay. Donald the Top Trump says, what would each of the TCGS hosts' 10 out of 10 attribute be if you were a Top Trumps card? We've got intelligence, leadership, humour, wingspan, and t-shirt selling ability.
Bloody hell, these are good ones.
Oh, good. I mean, definitely not t-shirt selling ability for me, because the Halo 3 is playable from start to finish t-shirts have not flown off the shelves.
The digital shelves. The bubbles
so-
burst on the James Farley. That's it
Yeah,
now.
I think we've
We finally hit
overstretched
critical
ourselves
mass.
with the funny bad t-shirts. So I'll ease off on those going forward. Any other?
Wingspan, I'm going to say it's probably you, Sean, or David.
Do you think?
I think who's tallest? David?
I think that we need Dave. Here he is. He's on his way back. Dave, how tall are you?
Are you the tallest boy?
5'11". I never
we're
made it
both
to 6
5'11",
foot. Yeah, I never made it to 6 foot. It's
No, me
always been a grudge of mine. I'm leadership though.
Yeah.
10 out of 10?
Yeah,
10 out of 10?
I am. I'm leadership easily. Like there is
Okay,
not.
all right, Dave's leadership.
I will. I will talk to you about stuff. Right. Okay. Okay. I'm going to text you, and then you'll go. Oh yeah, your leadership. Ready? You ready? I want you to read this.
Oh,
text.
yeah, your
and
leadership.
You'll go, yeah, your
leadership,
leadership.
because every week I turn up to these recordings and I just think, I'll just react to things that are being said. I don't have to.
Are you ready? Look at
Yes,
your
you're the
phone.
literal leader anyway,
it
but okay,
comes.
send your little message.
I mean, that's. I think I'm convinced.
Leadership. 10 out of 10. Thank you very much.
I was busy.
Well, Matt's not
yeah.
humour
Well,
or intelligence.
no, not intelligence. I'm an idiot. Humour, probably.
Yeah.
That's
No.
Probably.
I'll take
Out of these,
Wingspan.
yeah.
James is intelligence and t-shirt selling ability.
Yeah, t-shirt selling ability,
I
absolutely.
think the t-shirt is.
Yeah, so James has got 2. I've got humour. I'll take that.
I don't know about that, actually.
Out of them, I do have a wingspan that's worth mentioning about. T-shirts, I mean, Spreadshirt and the website, I've done that. I've done nothing for that. Intelligence, obviously not. Look at me. Leadership. No.
Can we do the socials now?
Can
No,
you
go on,
shut the
let's
fuck
do this last
up?
one. Let's do let's do this last one.
Got another question from Poo in a Tin.
Oh,
We actually have, but I know it's fine. We won't read it.
favourite correspondent.
Well, it's one of those questions that forces us to be a bit mean about each other. So,
Oh,
Oh, let's do it.
okay.
Dave's changed his tune.
World War III has broken out. You're recording the computer game show at the time and are above a bunker with limited resources. All your family are dead. You can live in the bunker as a 4 for 1 month, a 3 for 2 months, 2 for 3 months, or on your own for 4 months. It is expected to be safe after 2 months in the bunker. Who goes in?
One.
yeah, I would
just on my own.
Same.
On my own.
Absolutely the same.
Well, that's a
Well,
poor.
you ain't getting in, mate, because you have to get through me first. I'll batter the shit out of you, James. Did you hear Ian on TLNA talking about which presenter he could beat up out of the computer game show people?
What? No, I haven't heard this.
I'm halfway through that episode, so I've not heard that yet. But
Yeah. He talks about which ones he could beat up out.
I
of
assume
us
it's
four.
me and James.
Well, he said James is the dark horse, and actually James a bit. And I had to message him and say, you do realise that James faints when he laughs. Like
it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it'd
You'll
last
throw
long.
one punch and then it'll be down on the floor, out. Forget it. Yeah, I'll have to send you a clip or go and listen to TLNA. Oh God, being stuck in a bunker though. I mean, the closest thing you can think of is that when we do things together and we need to get hotel rooms, it's always me and Matt sharing, and James and Sean
Sure, we
sharing.
like our own space.
You
Yeah.
can mix it up. Some of that or World War III is going to blow our heads off, so it's fine. Let's all go in there.
What would you do?
Poo in a Tin appears to have assumed that we record this in the same room, or at least in the same location, which is not.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
point. Yeah, Sean coming down here to get into the bunker's not going to happen, is it? James is jumping on a plane. He's like,
I like how you're assuming
Jen,
we're all
book
coming
me
to
a
your
ticket.
house. Maybe I've
I'll
got the
drive.
bunker, Dave.
Yeah.
I built a greenhouse this weekend. Maybe that's it.
Oh,
the greatest
okay,
city in
I'm
the world.
going
You
to
lot won't
Dave's
be
bunker.
prepared
Then.
for it.
Well, with all due respect, sure, I'm not going to go in that glass bunker of yours. I'm going to go for a real one.
It's plastic, but
Oh, okay, Jesus, worse.
I tell you what, I thought they would. I thought people were just getting rid of greenhouses. I didn't know people were building them. That
get rid
was
of them
what
for?
surprised me. Yeah.
What's the
alright.
point? Sean's
the
bringing them
point?
back.
plants in them.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a retro. Got a turntable now on a greenhouse.
Oh, right, yeah,
This
yeah.
is all the news thing. She's well into her garden. She's wanted a greenhouse for ages. So
All right, mate.
did it
Don't
for
make us
wife
feel
actually.
bad. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I guess without
Turns out,
Peel.
Chen
Go on.
really wanted that Switch 2 camera as well. So, yeah, it's for her.
It's not true, though, is it?
Fuck off, James.
even
Should we get to the social?
Well, hang on. I mean, I don't want anyone dying, so I guess we'll be on our own for 4 months.
What do you mean?
Well,
That kills all three of us.
oh, okay, but I thought it was individually on our own.
I thought we were
Oh,
done
okay.
with this.
So we're gonna die regardless. Someone's gonna die. Either we all die
Yes, well, that's
or
the thing.
one
Yeah,
of us dies.
basically, if we all go down into the bunker, then we could only survive in there for 1 month, and when we come out, the war will still be going.
Okay, I'll
So
take the hit
one
then. You
person's
guys
gotta
stay.
die.
3 of you stay for 2 months. You'll live. I'll die. Downloads go through the roof. Love your job.
Right, okay, let's move on. That's the
Easy for
decision.
me. James hasn't got
what's
much long left anyway. So
And
it's not
that's
point in
why
using him up.
I should be the top leader.
Sean will be going on about his fucking politics the whole time. So me and you, Matt, will survive.
We'll just
Right,
kiss.
we'll be in a bunker. There will be no more politics. I won't be able
Yeah.
to doom scroll. On my
Oh, but
phone
you'll find a
anymore.
way.
No,
Sean.
there'll be
You'll
micro-politics.
fucking find a way, mate.
Well, he hasn't washed up. No,
I mean, if you
nifty
think about it, the
liberal over there.
maths don't work because if one person If
Oh,
4 people
for-
could survive for 1 month, then 3 people wouldn't survive for 2 months, would they?
No, but I think in this case, Sean, we really have to listen to Pooh in the Tin.
I was going to say, Pooh in the Tin is really not
Pooh in the
taking
Tin's
this
not an idiot.
seriously.
You know what I mean? Like, they thought about this.
Pooh in a Tin, if you're going to send us a question, you got to think it through, right? You
No,
know,
I think Pooh in the Tin
Socials,
has.
Matt. Socials.
I think we should
come on,
respect Pooh in
that's
the Tin a
enough.
little bit more,
No, that's
personally.
enough. That's enough. Socials.
Okay, Pooh in the Tin. Are there any streams this week? James, are you back on Bloodborne on Friday? What's the...
I want to go out on Friday night. So
Whoa, he's
Oh.
going out
Man of the Night!
into a disco.
yeah.
Discotheque?
Discotheque in yeah.
Where are you going? Berlin? Super Club in Berlin?
There
Fan
you go.
parties?
Big time. Yeah.
Sweet, man. Okay, anything for you, Sean, stream-wise?
Nah.
Okay, no streams this week, but if you missed them live or want to watch another one, like, Split Fiction or Sean playing the Citizen Sleeper tabletop RPG game, go to YouTube, search TCGS, and you can see the VODs of our old streams and also this very podcast on video. If you don't know, we also record on video every week. Back on Twitch, though, if you have an Amazon account and Twitch account, connect your account, and they give you 1 free sub to give you any channel you want any month. So go over to our channel and give us your free sub. We really appreciate those that do. The website is tcgs.co, which has our links to our Blue Sky accounts, our amazing Discord, YouTube, socials, Patreon, store to buy the James Farley t-shirts and other stuff that isn't James Farley related. And that's it.
We're done. We're done for another week. We hope you have a lovely week, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for living it. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ra!
Goodbye.